nínú ìgbàgbọ́ yín ẹ di Jésù mú láì ẹsẹ̀ ẹ gbé ìhámọ́ra ti Jésù wọ̀ ẹ sì múra àlàáfíà wẹsẹ̀ yín ní bàtà èyí ni àṣírí tẹ́lẹ̀ fi ṣẹ́gun èṣù ní tiwa ó àwa ti tẹ̀sù mọ́lẹ̀ Sátánì ti pòfo lórí ayé wa. Ìwọ ẹni tí ń bẹ láàyè títí ayérayé bá ikú wí bá àrùn wí nítorí wa jẹ́ kí ìbànújẹ́ kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kó máa sá mẹ́sù ṣó kó máa jámọ́ o bàbá ní tiwa o àwa ti tẹ̀sù mọ́lẹ̀ Sátánì ti pòfo lórí ayé wa. Ìwọ ẹni tí ń bẹ láàyè títí ayérayé bá ikú wí bá àrùn wí nítorí wa jẹ́ kí ìbànújẹ́ kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kó máa sá mẹ́sù ṣó kó máa jámọ́ o bàbá nítawà o àwa ti tẹ̀sù mọ́lẹ̀ Sátánì ti pòfo lórí ayé wa. Ìwọ ẹni tí ń bẹ láàyè títí ayérayé bá ikú wí bá àrùn wí nítorí wa jẹ́ kí ìbànújẹ́ kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kó máa sá mẹ́sù ṣó ó máa jámọ́ o bàbá ní tiwa o àwa ti tẹ̀sù mọ́lẹ̀ Sátánì ti pòfo lórí ayé wa. Làwa jẹ́ kí la jẹ́ aláfẹ́jọ́ tá kò bá lè jìyà fún Jésù dójú ikú. Sátánì fẹ́ pẹnu wa mọ́ ó gbé burú yọ Sátánì gbé burú yọ. Ọlọ́run ẹ máa wà ní àìrékọjá ẹ máa ṣọ́nà nítorí èṣù ọ̀tá yín ó dọdẹ yín lọ́nà kọ́nà o ẹ máa ṣọ́ra èṣù jà. Ará mi olùfẹ́ dúró ṣinṣin nínú ìgbàgbọ́ yín ẹ di Jésù mú láì ẹsẹ̀ ẹ gbé ìhámọ́ra ti Jésù wọ̀ ẹ sì múra àlàáfíà wẹsẹ̀ yín ní bàtà o èyí ni àṣírí tẹ́lẹ̀ fi ṣẹ́gun èṣù ní tiwa o àwa ti tẹ̀sù mọ́lẹ̀ Sátánì ti pòfo lórí ayé wa. Ìwọ ẹni tí ń bẹ láàyè títí ayérayé bá ikú wí bá àrùn wí nítorí wa jẹ́ kí ìbànújẹ́ kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kó máa sá mẹ́sù ṣó kó máa jámọ́ o bàbá tiwa o àwa ti tẹ̀sù mọ́lẹ̀ Sátánì ti pòfo lórí ayé wa. Amen. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to another beautiful section of our Friday chats. This is 3 p.m. Nigerian time as usual. We do meet on Friday like this to have various discussions and interactions on different topics that are so educative and inspiring and enlightening at the same time. Ẹ káàsán ní Nàìjíríà, ẹ káàsán ní London, ẹ káàárọ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà. Inú wa dùn gan, ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò ọjọ́jọ́ Jímọ̀ tá a máa ń ṣe we tag it Friday chat. Ọjọ́jọ́ Jímọ̀ la máa ń ṣe ètò yìí. If you are just joining us, you are welcome. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, we are live now on our 2 Facebook pages. We are also live on YouTube. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, à sí lórí TikTok. Torí àwa tá a bá ń follow mi dáadáa àwọn wípé TikTok ó fún wa ní suspension. TikTok gave me 1 week suspension. I want to be sure that It was because of the advert I did. Ṣé mọ̀ pé TikTok kò kí ń fẹ́ kéèyàn máa ṣe àwọn ìpolówó. So ọjọ́ Sunday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí nígbà tá a fẹ́ kàwé Yorùbá wa la discover suspension yẹn, and the suspension is going to be over tomorrow, which is 24th ní 11 a.m. So tó bá yẹ pé ọ̀la ní ìsìn tá a máa ṣe Bible study, tí n bá ṣe Bible study yẹn as early as 10, mi ní lè ráwọn ará TikTok náà gbé wọlé because suspension yẹn wọ́n ní tí lift it. So sí lórí TikTok báyìí, a wà lórí Facebook wa méjèèjì àti lórí YouTube. So I was told to pin my link for support. Ṣé mọ̀ pé nísìnyí tá à sí lórí TikTok àwọn èèyàn ò ní lè tẹ gift fún wa. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, àwa tá a wà lórí Facebook mi méjèèjì, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi like, love and share. Ẹ dákun nítorí Ọlọ́run, gbogbo pátápátá ni mo rí. Bàbá Ọláwuyì Olúṣọlá, mo rí yín. Tanímọ̀lá Ọlọ́run wà, Olúdípẹ̀ Israel, gbogbo wa ni mo rí lórí first page and second page mi. Then àwa tá a wà lórí YouTube náà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ rọ́wọ́ wa lórí comment section so that màá lè kí wa. Ẹ ṣé gan, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi like, ẹ bá mi love, ẹ bá mi share. Gbogbo àwa tá à ń wò mí yẹn, gbogbo wa pátápátá, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi like, love and share. Sí lórí TikTok. Àwa tá a bá feel pé a fẹ́ wò lórí JMK1, a lè wá, a dẹ̀ lè switch sí 2 náà, a dẹ̀ lè wá wò mí ní orí YouTube. So we thank God for another grace to have come live again this week. Every Friday ni a máa ń pàdé ní aago 3 ọ̀sán. Àwa náà la mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ gbé àwọn ètò wa yẹn sí aago 3 ọ̀sán, torí a mọ̀ pé láago 3 ọ̀sán àwọn Muslim friends wa wọ́n á ti dé láti Jumat, àwọn tán lọ ibi iṣẹ́ náà wọ́n ti mọ̀ dé. Then gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tán wà nílùú òyìnbó náà, àwọn náà wọ́n á ti jí by this time, especially those ones in the US. We are 5 hours ahead of US for now. Ṣóyéwa. Thank you Mr. Cousin Shitu on YouTube. God bless you. Ẹ mọ̀ pé a sí lórí TikTok nísìn, àbá pàtẹ́wọ́ orí TikTok ní gbogbo àwọn cheers, clap, laughter orí TikTok ní àwọn kìíní yẹn wà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ we thank God. Ay papa, ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Amen forward ever. Ẹ ṣé gan. Link for support ni mo ti pin yẹn. In fact, téèyàn bá pin àkáǹtì gan, ó better ju gift lọ. Wọ́n ní it's a big and long black. Ẹ ṣé ṣé mọ̀, because owó tẹ máa fi torí ẹni TikTok kò kí ṣe ń jẹ́ kéèyàn pin account. Torí tẹ bá wà lórí live stream, tẹ bá pin account lórí TikTok ti mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn á fẹ́ tẹ owó sákàǹtì yẹn directly. So kò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ pin account. Instead, a fẹ́ kẹ́ ra gift pẹ̀lú káàdì yín, kẹ́ wá tẹ gift fẹ́ni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀. Because tẹ bá ra gift worth of $20, iye tó máa dọ́dọ̀ ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó lè má ju $10 lọ. TikTok ó ti já tiẹ̀, yóò half ẹni. Torí ẹ̀ ó ti mọ̀ pé tẹ́ bá ń wo àkáǹtì báyìí, ẹ fẹ́ tẹ owó sákàǹtì straight. So TikTok kò kí ń gbà kéèyàn pin account. Ṣóyé yín, because kò pay TikTok. So then right now we are not even live on TikTok. Ó ti di program méjì tí ń ráyè ṣe live on TikTok. Ìgbà tá à ń ka ìwé wa ní Sunday, ṣé mọ̀, if you are just joining us, you are welcome. A máa ń ṣe program wa ní Friday, which is tá à ń ṣe láago 3 ọ̀sán. A máa ní program náà ní Saturday. Láàárọ̀ a máa ń ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ Bíbélì. Sunday a máa ń ka ìwé Yorùbá, àwọn ìwé onítàn. So a ti ṣe Friday program last week, a ti ṣe Saturday Bible study. Sunday Yorùbá class la fẹ́ ṣe tí mo rí pé TikTok wọ́n ti suspend mi ti ẹ̀rí suspension yẹn. It was when I want to go live lọ́jọ́ Sunday ni mo tó rí. A week yẹn ò tí lapse. Ó dàárọ̀ ọ̀la ní 11 kó tó lapse. Mo gbé sórí Facebook page mi náà. So mo dẹ̀ ti inform àwọn ará TikTok pé I will be live on my 2 Facebook pages and YouTube. So I want to believe, torí mo ní àwọn èèyàn tán pọ̀ dáadáa YouTube. I want to believe pé part of àwọn TikTok guys mi iná ni wọ́n join mi. Kó tó di pa máa kán lu agbami ètò, mo fẹ́ rán wa létí iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy. Iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Madam People of Grace, ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ Madam Adeza, thank you for joining me. Iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy, iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n jẹ́ gbajúgbajà lórí wípé kí a ta àgbo àwọn ìbílẹ̀, àwọn tewétegbò tìbílẹ̀, oríṣiríṣi àwọn infection tó lè da ilé ọmọ láàmú, tó lè da okó ọkùnrin láàmú, tó lè mú kí obìnrin ó má tètè róyún ní, tó lè fa infection, tó lè fa òórùn. Àwọn obìnrin míì wà tó ṣe wípé wọ́n máa ń ní òórùn tí ò dá lára wọn. Àwọn ọkùnrin míì wà tó kó ohun òṣìṣẹ́ mọ́. Ẹlòmíì ní àwọn àrùn ìbálòpọ̀ bí àwọn staphylococcus, àwọn candidiasis, àwọn syphilis, gonorrhea, àbá àrùn ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, ẹ jẹ́ ká kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ni wọ́n mọ̀ nípa egbòogi àti àwọn herbal mixture tí wọ́n lè fún wa. Pàápàá jùlọ àwa tá a bá nídìí, tá a bá fẹ́ lodge complaint kan tàbó míì láìpa ìlera ara wa iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy kódà bàbá nílò àgbo gan wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa pé a nílò àgbo a kàn nílò consultation ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo àwa tá a ti kàn sí mi nípa iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy gbogbo pátápátá náà la ní ẹ̀rí rere nípa iléeṣẹ́ náà 08068220707 iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ Model Alternative Therapy là ń pè. Mo ti gbé nọ́mbà wọn sí caption gbogbo advert wa pátápátá gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lórí caption live stream mi tí à ń wò lọ́wọ́ yìí. Iléeṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties gbogbo àwa tá a fẹ́ ra lé tá a fẹ́ ra lẹ̀ gbogbo àwa tá a wà ní Nàìjíríà àtàwọn èèyàn wa tó wà lókè òkun gbogbo wa pátápátá ni a nílò iléeṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties fún wa láti ra ilẹ̀ tó fọkànbalẹ̀ tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ jìbìtì tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ 419 tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ téèyàn sanwó tán tí wọ́n ní ó tún dọdún tí ń bọ̀ kẹ́ tó gba allocation kò sí tó jọ immediate allocation of land òun ni wọ́n ń ṣe nílé iṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties gbogbo dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì wa pé pérépéré gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti pé C of O ní R of O ní gbogbo àwọn red copies everything òun la máa gbà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ti bá wa ṣe corner piece wọ́n ti kọ orúkọ wa sí kò ní ìdíkà ẹ̀sẹ̀ tó máa sanwó extra fún corner piece àwọn ilẹ̀ wa mọ́ láti iléeṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties iléeṣẹ́ tí mo lè fọwọ́ ẹ̀sọ̀ yà ni fún àwa tá a bá fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀ a lè rà fáwọn ọmọ wa a lè rà fúnra wa náà ẹlòmíà láwọn ti nílẹ̀ àwọn ò ní ìdí ẹ̀ mọ́ ilẹ̀ is an investment ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí a kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties 09066989877 iléeṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties là ń pè. Bákan náà Digital Boss Academy Mr. Charles Amodu ó depend lórí location wọ́n ní how much is the plot ó depend lórí location ilẹ̀ tó wà ní Kòròdú níbi Ìmọ̀ta close to Caleb University yẹn gbogbo lẹ́yìn gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá náà ti tà tán àwọn yẹn 1.1 million ní plot ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ 500 square meters ṣóyè wà bẹ̀gbà àwọn lẹ́yìn ti tán ní báyìí anílẹ̀ ní Arúlógún Ọjọ́ nìbàdàn láti iléeṣẹ́ Landness Homes and Properties náà ni ilẹ̀ wà ní Ẹ̀pẹ́ ilẹ̀ sì wà ní Island fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ lè jẹ́ ká pe nọ́mbà wọn sẹ̀mọ̀ wípé nígbà míì tá a bá wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ báyìí àti mọ̀ fọ̀rọ̀ jómi tó rọrọ̀ nípa prices ó tó máa take time wa ẹ lè wá bẹ́mi náà WhatsApp tàbí tí bá ti parí ètò I will DM you Mr. Charles Amodu God bless you sir. Iléeṣẹ́ Digital Boss Academy iléèwé Digital Boss Academy rádà fún àwa tá a bá fẹ́ learn different streams of incomes lórí social media àwa tá a bá fẹ́ fi social media tá a fẹ́ fi make owó tá a fẹ́ learn nípa content creation affiliate marketing video editing skills oríṣiríṣi curriculum academy yẹn ó ti wà ní volume by volume fún àwa tí a bá fẹ́ kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bá a ṣe lè lo social media in order to generate money ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn náà ní potential tó ń ní oríṣiríṣi wisdom nínú ọpọlọ wọn tí àwọn ènìyàn ò mọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé a fẹ́ share ẹ̀ àdèmọ̀páyé ti dáyé social media sí ní Digital Boss Academy ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti kọ́ wa ní oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà tá a lè fi generate different streams of incomes for ourselves pàápàá jùlọ gbogbo àwọn tá a máa ń bá mi nínú WhatsApp pé I want to learn content creation I want to learn video editing ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká kàn sí Digital Boss Academy ibẹ̀ ni a ti lè kọ́ àwọn iṣẹ́ yẹn nọ́mbà àwọn is +447 3972 43242 +447 3772 43242 nọ́mbà àwọn bẹ lójú screen wa náà fún àwa tá a wà lórí Facebook bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bákan náà iléeṣẹ́ Lilac Herbs Nigeria Limited gbogbo àwọn olóríire tá a bá nílò ìtọ́jú fún ara wa tá a wà ní bóyá wà ní Èkó àbí a wà ní Port Harcourt àbí a wà ní Abuja àbí a wà l'Ondo State Lilac Herbs Nigeria Limited wọ́n ní branches káàkiri fún gbogbo àwa tá a bá nílò tewétegbò fún ìtọ́jú ara wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni 08159405621 08159405621 bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo àwa tí a bá ní iléeṣẹ́ tàbí tá a ní okòwò kéékèèké tá a fẹ́ polówó rẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí a kàn sí mi ní orí WhatsApp mi gbogbo wa la mọ̀ WhatsApp line mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí a tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò a kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa gẹ́gẹ́ mo ṣe caption chat wa yìí mo sọ wípé sex education for little kids ṣe rí oríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwùjọ wa ní ìsìn ó ṣe pàtàkì ó sì ṣe kókó fún àwa òbí àbí àwọn òbí àbí àwa tó jẹ́ pé ní a ní àwọn ọmọ tá à ń tọ́ bí àwa alágbàtọ́ parent and guardian láti máa ṣe ìmójútó fún àwọn ọmọ wa ó sì ṣe pàtàkì a sì mọ̀ pé nǹkan yìí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti young age láti gbà táwọn ọmọ tán bá ti kéré ni so sex education fún àwọn ọmọdé ó ṣe pàtàkì láti ìgbà tí ọmọ bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ láti nílò láti sensitize wọn nípa body parts wọn, nípa ara wọn. Ẹ rí wípé children are innocent learners ni wọ́n, and they learn through modeling, they copy what they see. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi like, love, ẹ bá mi share program yìí. Àwa tá bá fẹ́ screen record video yìí, we can start screen recording it from here. So yé wa bẹ́yẹn, so that àwọn advert yẹn tá bá mọ̀ pé a fẹ́ edit it out, àwa tá wà lórí ètò àbáwá tá padà wá wo show yẹn later. Tí screen mi ò bá face wa directly, ẹ má worry, because I'm mounting 3 devices mẹ́ta mo mount, so kò sí bí mo ṣe fẹ́ bí face mi ṣe fẹ́ center. Irú àwọn tó wà lórí JMK too sin side view mi náà máa rí, but at least ẹ ṣáà ń gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Now, sex education fún àwọn ọmọdé ó ṣe pàtàkì láti kékeré wọn. A rí wípé àwọn òbí mi wà tó ṣe pé they don't really have time for their children, probably due to their career, their work, their everything, and the child is growing. As much as táwọn ọmọ bá ti ń dàgbà, the environment is going to teach them. Nǹkan tó bá dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ ní environment bí bá ṣe ń wọnú etí wọn lọ ń ló máa stick sọ́pọlọ wọn. Majority àwọn nǹkan táwa kọ́ láti kékeré kò ṣe erase kúrò lọ́pọlọ wa. Ìṣe tí mo rí wípé society tá ń gbé, tí mo rí a lot of pollution tó wà níbẹ̀, ni mo tó wá ń dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé hey, àṣà àwa ti ẹ̀rá àánú gbà, àṣẹ àwa ń opportunity, àṣẹ orí ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá làwa rí gbà. Because opportunity táwa rí pé àwọn ènìyàn train wa láwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká mọ̀ láti kékeré, it really help us. Àwọn Ọlọ́run fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti grow up in an environment of comfort, discipline, learning, and all these things abnormality tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ó wá ń surprise wa pé báwo lòbí ṣe máa neglect ọmọ up to the extent wípé oríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sọmọ tó bí ó dẹ̀mọ̀. Ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ká máa fi àwọn ọmọ kalẹ̀ lẹ̀ fún àjòjì, ó jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó dáa. And tá bá sọ pé a stranger is anybody you cannot vouch for, anybody tẹ́yìn ò bá ti lè vouch fún, tẹ́ lè fọwọ́ ẹ̀ sọ̀yà pé ó lè ṣe báyìí àbí ó lè ṣe báyìí, òun la lè pè ní stranger. So yé wa bẹ́yẹn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn òbí wọ́n máa ń kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ní ẹ̀kọ́ in a negative way. Wọ́n máa pass a message across the brain of that child the negative way. Àwọn òbí tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn náà ò ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tán fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ, àwọn náà máa ń kọ́ ọmọ in a negative way pé wọ́n ti ń tẹ̀ ọ́ lára, wọ́n ti fọwọ́ kàn ọ́ lára, kíní kan gbogbo àtọ́ ń tẹ̀lé ìgbúdọ̀ rí ọ́ o. Kí ni ìwọ kọ́ ọmọ tẹ́lẹ̀? What have you taught that child? Tó fi feel pé tán bá ti ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ òdì níta yóò lè differentiate pé eléyìí wrong, eléyìí right. Because you yourself as a parent, you have not sat down and teach the child the right thing tó yẹ kó mọ̀, so that when the wrong thing start coming, a lè mọ̀ pé eléyìí wrong. Gbogbo wa la dá 1000 original mọ̀. Bí a bá fún a fake, a mọ̀ pé eléyìí owó fake. How are we able to recognize the fake? Because we have already seen the original. Ẹ̀kọ́ téèyàn bá kọ́ ọmọ tó right, when the child sees the wrong teaching outside, you'll be able to identify it. So you don't need to pass your message across to your child in a wrong way. So yé wa bẹ́yẹn. So àwọn òbí mi wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé mo believe wípé ní the very first thing tó yẹ kí ọmọ kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ nípa sex education, ẹnu òbí ló yẹ kó ti ọkọ gbọ́. Ẹ̀ṣọ́ mọ̀ ń ṣù ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ sà. The mouth of the parent ló yẹ kí ọmọ kọ́kọ́ ti gbọ́ the first sex education. It must first of all come from your mouth as a parent, so that the strangers will not teach them wrongly. Àkọ́kọ́ tó wá ti rí pé àwọn ọmọ wa ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn ọmọ ọdún 2, àwọn ọmọ ọdún 3 tán ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, tán ti lè pe daddy, tán ń pe mommy, tán ń pe auntie, tán ń pe uncle, tá ń sọ̀rọ̀, tá ń sọ pé what is this, tán sọ pé this is a cup, this is a table, this is a tree. Tán ti ń gbọ́, tán ti lè sọ, tán ti ń wà responsive. Tó yẹ pé tó máa fẹ́ lọ tọ̀, wọ́n sọ fún wa pé àwọn fẹ́ easy ara wọn. Tán bá fẹ́ lọ toilet, àwọn fẹ́ poo, tán ti lè sọ, tán ti lè sọ jáde. Ó túmọ̀ sí pé ọmọ yẹn ó ti lè retain, brain ẹ̀ ti lè retain memory nǹkan. Ó ti lè ń gbọ́, ó ti lè ń sọ. Ó kéré tán at the age of 2 or age of 3 fún ọmọ. Tá bá ní wọn tán pọ̀, a lè pè wọ́n jọ. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ yọkan àbí méjì náà láti ní, á pè wọ́n jókòó, á ṣàlàyé fún wọn pé gbogbo body part tí wọ́n pátápátá porongodo, part of the body ó wà divided into 2. tẹ́ bá sọ fún ọmọ pé the body part is divided into two, how many did I call it? The child will respond and tell you that 2. Our body part is divided into how many? The child will respond and say 2. Now, the first is the private part. Then the other is public part. Now, when you say that, if you now ask the child that, what are the two divisions of the body part? The child will tell you private part and public parts. Now, for a child, ṣé mo pé mo sọ pé ọmọ títí ń gbọ́rọ̀, ó mì wípé brain ẹ̀ ti wá responsive. Tẹ́ bá nísìn tẹ́ bá ń dáná, tẹ́ bá sọ fún ọmọ, ẹ jẹ́ assume pé probably bóyá ẹ̀ ń pick ẹ̀wà. Ọmọ yín bóyá a 2-year-old girl or a 3-year-old girl yín ó wá bá yín. Normal ẹ máa sọ fún pé this is beans. Tẹ́ bá bí pé what is this? Tí ò bá ti mọ̀, tẹ́ bá sọ pé this is beans. What did I call it? A sọ pé beans. Now, allow that child to respond. Allow the child to pronounce that word by him or herself. How many parts is our body divided to? It is divided into 2. My body is divided into 2. We have the private part of the body and the public part of the body. Now, let the child repeat it after you. The private part and public parts. Now, why is it that some part of the body are known as private? At that time, at that elementary level, the child has already known that there are some parts of ara towards special, towards private. By so doing, the child is already conscious of his or her body parts. Now, why is it private? It is private because it belongs to me. Nobody must see it, nobody must touch it, and nobody must play with it. Now, allow that child to repeat it after you. It is private because it belongs to me. It belongs to only me. Nobody must see it, nobody must touch it, and nobody must play with it. That is the reason why it is called private. Now, for a child who probably has started school or a toddler tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, even tẹ́ bá ní kó repeat it after yín, tí ò bá repeat it, ó stick sọ́pọlọ ẹ̀. When I was working in nursery and primary school, tí mò ń kọ́ àwọn kékèké pre-KG pre-nursery, ọmọ kan wà tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá ń pronounce nǹkan capital letter A, small letter A, kò ní dáhùn, yóò kàn mọ́ wò báyìí. Wọ́n mọ àwọn yòókù máa ń wà responsive. Ọjọ́ tí mọ̀mí ẹ̀ wá mo rò bóyá bá gbóúnjẹ wá school ni mo wá sọ fún ọmọ ní àwọn ọmọ yìí mo ní kì í respond. Ní àìmọ̀ wọ́ọ̀rì pé ṣe rí gbogbo ń tẹ̀ sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ ní mọ́ ká nílé. Gbogbo capital letter A, small letter A, capital letter B, small letter B, A for apple, B for baby, pé gbogbo ẹ̀yẹ́yẹ́ ní mọ́ ká. Ìgbà mi ò lè dájọ́ òkúnnú ilé tí ó mọ̀ ká táwọn ọmọ wò lọ́ọ̀kan. Tó túmọ̀ sí pé the child is not responding verbally, but the brain is responding. The subconscious ó ń store rẹ̀ sínú subconscious ẹ̀. So by the time you are saying private parts, my body is divided into the private and the public part. It is private because it belongs to only me. Nobody must see it, nobody must touch it, and nobody must play with it. That is the definition of something being private. Now, teach them all this in Yoruba, your local dialect. Yoruba lẹ fi kọ́ wọn. Nítorí wípé in the educational curriculum, wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa pé mother tongue máa mú kí ntọ́mọ bá kọ́ kó stick sọ́pọlọ ọmọ better than the lingua franca, which is English. Chief Obafemi Awolowo no ṣe experiment kan ní year kan pé wọ́n kó àwọn ọmọ 10, wọ́n á pín wọn sí márùn-ún, wọ́n wá kó ọmọ márùn kan, wọ́n kó wọn ní the same topic, wọ́n kọ́ wọn ní èdè mother tongue, wọ́n kọ́ the other 5 ní lingua franca, the same topic, náà teach wọn the different language. And Baba did the exam for them. We were told that ọmọ tí wọ́n fi mother tongue kọ́ wọn perform better than the ọmọ tó fi lingua franca kọ́ wọn. So àwọn nǹkan yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ fún wọn ní èdè abínibí wọn. Ẹlòmíín wò mí báyìí tó ṣe pé Haúsá ni wọ́n, tó ṣe pé Igbo ni wọ́n, àbí àwọn èdè míì. Irrespective of our local language, èdè wa tí ọmọ wa gbọ́ jù ni ẹ jẹ́ á fi kọ́ wọn ní àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ yìí. Private parts, kí là ń pè ní private parts? Ó túmọ̀ sí pé ẹ̀yà ara mi tó ṣe pé mi nìkan ni mo gbọ́dọ̀ rí, kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ kàn, kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré, kò sì sẹ́ni tó gbọ́dọ̀ rí yàtọ̀ fẹ́mi nìkan, ni là ń pè ní private. Now, after giving them the definition of private parts, then we proceed. Pé why is this okay, a ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé the reason why it is private. Now, we have private parts for boys and we have private parts for girls. Let the children know. As much as we teach them this, their body will be relaxed. They will sit down, they will be listening to us. Don't forget that these are kids, that we can buy them biscuits, we can buy them cheese ball, we can buy them all these little small jobs just to make them relax and listen. Ọmọ tá a bá ti kọ́ láti kékeré, tá a farabalẹ̀ fún, tá a jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ sí, ara rẹ̀ ó balẹ̀ bí bá ti ń dàgbà, yóò lè mọ fọ̀rọ̀ lọ à. So yà báwọn. Now, a ti define private parts fún ọmọ. Ó ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ẹ̀yà ara kan ń bẹ lára àwọn tẹ́nìkan kan ò gbọdọ̀ rí yàtọ̀ fóun nìkan. Ìlà ń pè ní private. Now, we proceed. Kí ni private parts fún ọkùnrin? Kí ni private parts fún obìnrin? Ẹ má jà gbàgbé pé a sọ pé àwọn ọmọ ìyá kò ní. Torí most of àwọn iléèwé wa, they are mixed schools. Aláwọn iléèwé tó ṣe pé boys only, girls only, adẹ̀ láwọn tó jẹ́ mixed schools. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà tá a bá láwọn ọmọ nínú ilé, in our àdúgbò, in our locality, you know, we gather them together. Let them sit. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ń wò yẹn, àwọn ọmọ ọdún 3, 4, 5 yẹn, they are very, very intelligent and they are learning. Nígbà tí a wà kékeré tá a bá wọ kitchen pẹ̀lú ọmọ mi wa, wọ́n yìí sọ fún wa pé ìyí epo ni o, mo fẹ́ bù sínú pọ́ọ̀tì, tó bá ti bù sí, tó bá ti gbá díẹ̀, ó wá data sí, ó wá san rúnù, ó wá kórú sí. Wọ́n yìí fẹnu sọ fún wa. Bá ṣe ń ṣe náà lájòkó tí wọ́n tá mọ̀ wò wọ́n títí tá a fi mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe. So ọmọ ń tá a bá ń ṣe lójú wọn yóò mọ stick sí ọlọ́pọlọ láì jẹ́ pé a bá sọ, a bá fẹnu sọ. Ń de pé bọ́n ti ṣe nu pé ṣíṣe pọ́ mọ́ díjú mọ́rí. Ìyẹn fún ẹ̀kọ́ tá a lè practicalize. Bẹ́ẹ̀ á sọ̀rọ̀ eléyìí nípa theory. N tí ọmọ bá fetí gbọ́ yóò stick sí lọ́pọlọ. Now, what are the private parts for boys? A ti sọ pé private parts ní ibi tí ó jẹ́ nǹkan ẹ̀yà ara wa tó jẹ́ ìpamọ́. Ẹnìkan kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ rí, ẹnìkan kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ kàn, ẹnìkan kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré. Ó ti stick sọ́pọlọ ọmọ ìbáhùn. Kí wá ní bàbá Olúdáre Adébáyọ̀, ẹ ṣé gan. Good afternoon, sir. Kí wá ní private parts for boys? Now, don't forget that the children are kids and they are free with us. We have let them know that their private parts belong to them. Wọ́n á wà curious pé kí làwọn private parts yẹn. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká pé òyìnbó àwọn nǹkan yẹn. Tá a bá ní àwọn ọmọkùnrin, tá a ní àwọn ọmọbìnrin, ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé their private parts are ojú ara wọn, abẹ́ wọn. Now, the bums, ìdí wọn, ọyàn wọn, ìtàn, abíyá. In fact, etí báyìí gan, ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀yìn etí báyìí, ibi tó yẹ pé ṣé rí àwọn ẹ̀yà ara ọmọ kan wà tó ṣe wípé ẹ̀yin lè wò pé kò private. As much as tí ọmọ tó bá ti farabalẹ̀ pé yẹ́rìngì rẹ̀ náà fáyín, ṣé mọ́mí rẹ̀ náà bọ̀ ọ̀rà. By the time fẹ́ni ẹ bá fọwọ́ ketí yẹn, tọ́mọ yẹn bá relax, a time will come that the child will start enjoying it. Tàbí ọmọ kan tó ṣerun tó ní this hair is fine o. Who help you to do it? It's my mommy. It's your mommy. Hey, your hair is fine o. As much as tó bá ń ṣe fọwọ́ kan ọmọ yẹn, tó bá yá the child will start enjoying that touch. As much as tó ṣe fọwọ́ kan. Ẹ sì mọ̀ pé àwọn bọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀, àwọn kúrègbè wọ́n pọ̀ gan. Gradually, even the palm, àtẹ́lẹwọ́ ọmọ báyìí is a part that must not be rough handled. Àwọn bọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ míì wà tó ṣe pé tán bá bọ́mọ lọ́wọ́, wọ́n mọ̀ fọwọ́ ọmọ, wọ́n mọ̀ fi ìka wọn họ àtẹ́lẹwọ́ ọmọ. Àṣejù ló bá débẹ̀. Ẹ rí pé torí ẹ̀ ni ò jẹ́ lay more emphasis on the public parts. Because ọmọbìnrin, for example, gbogbo ẹ̀yà ara rẹ̀ ló fẹ́ dàbí private parts. Now, we have already differentiated between the private part and the public parts. Now, I want to say pé what are the private parts for girls? I want to say pé abẹ́ ọmọ, ìdí rẹ̀, ọyàn rẹ̀, abíyá, àtẹ́lẹwọ́, ìtàn, very important, your lap, You will tell the children or the child to mention those parts. Now, mention the private parts for girls. You see, the child will start mentioning it. But once you mention it, you will be telling them to touch it. Now, the part of the body that they have mentioned, don't forget that a definition is already attached to that part, that it is a private part that nobody must see, nobody must touch, and nobody must play with it. That means that you have already attached a particular importance to that body part for that child. Now, having mentioned the private parts for girls, what are the private parts for boys? Then, sọ fún wọn, their penis, their scrotum, then their lap, itan ọmọkùnrin tó fi kan ra àwọn ẹ̀yìn etí wọn báyìí, ṣóyè wá bẹ́yẹn, ihò tí wọ́n ti ń ṣègbọ̀nsẹ̀, and so on and so forth. You mention it for them. Fún obìnrin, irun orí rẹ̀ gan ni mo sọ pé virtually all part of the obìnrin's body ní ìwòwò ẹ̀. By so doing, as the child is mentioning it, he will be touching it by him or herself. And as much as he's touching it, the consciousness of the fact that these parts are so special, nobody must see it, touch it, and play with it, is already sticking to the brain. Don't forget that these children are kids. So all these things, now, we have mentioned those private parts for the boys and the girls, and they know the reason why it is private. You start all over again. What are the two divisions of the body parts? The private part and the public part. Why is it that some part of the body are called private? It is private because nobody must see it, nobody must play with it, and nobody must touch it. Allow the child to say that statement by him or herself. O lè mọ́ tètè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ jí ó sọ ẹni sùúrù fún. God bless you. Bàbá Ọmọyẹlé Oyèníkẹ́ àbóbìnrin ni. Wọ́n ní their nipple to mọ̀pá ti pé breast. Ó ti combine together. But àwọn bọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ kan wọ́n á sọ pé ṣèbí òkè làwọn fọwọ́ kàn àwọn fọwọ́ kàn sàlẹ̀. Orí ọyàn náà is a private part. Nipple. God bless you, ma. Now, we have mentioned, now the child or the children, you will call them by name. Hey, Daniel, what are the private parts for girls? You will see that Daniel will mention it. Deborah, what are the private parts for boys? You will see that she will also mention it. Don't forget that they are kids, they are children. They are very easy to teach and to relate with. Now, we have said that we have mentioned the private parts for boys and the private parts for girls. Call the student, the children. Let them mention it. Let them also repeat after you. Now, we now proceed. We have two types of touch. You ask them, how many types of touch do we have? You will see them. They will respond, we have two types of touch. And what are the two types of touch? We have the good touch and the bad touch. Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi fi sí comment section. Ẹ bá mi sọ pé good touch and bad touch. Ẹ bá mi fi sí comment section. Now, what are the bad touch and what are the good touch? You now tell them that any touch in any of the private parts is a bad touch and I must resist it. Any touch, any kankan tó bá ti lè fọwọ́ kan ibi àwọn tá a mention yẹn lára mi, irú touch yẹn, touch tí ò dá ni, is a bad touch. Don't forget that we say the good touch and the bad touch. Ní lè more emphasis on the good touch because àwọn good touch kan wà tó ṣe wípé ní tó bá lọ ń pẹ́ èsúkè ó mọ wọ rárá. Ṣó yá báyìí nísìn tá bá sọ pé okay, the hand now kò sí lára àwọn private parts tá mention, but somebody can touch your hand and before you know it I say yóò mọ wá wò yóò mọ wá ní hey, this your hand is fine o, hey, is it your mommy that help you to take your bath? This is my mommy. Before you know it, it will turn to another thing. That is why we lay emphasis on the bad touch. God bless you, Madam Grace Opeyemi and Madam Omoyele Oyenike Shoma. The good touch and the bad touch. Now, any touch in any of my private parts is a bad touch. The children already know the private parts and they can mention it. Once they mention, at least they can mention 2 or 3. Now, We also have 2 types of touch. How many types of touch do we have? You will see them, they will say we have 2 types of touch. I mention them. We have the good touch and the bad touch. And what is a bad touch? A bad touch is any touch in any of my private parts. Now, the children has already registered it in the subconscious part of their brain that anybody that touches them in any of these parts mentioned, the person is doing a bad touch to them. And what must they do? They must resist. Kí dẹ̀ ni resist yẹn? You shout. I must shout. I must run away from that person. And when I get home, I must tell my mommy. If anybody should touch any of these parts we have mentioned, the child must shout. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ pariwo. Tó bá ti pariwo, the child will run away. When you tell that child like that, the child will know that if anybody come and touch your shoulder and before you know it, he's rubbing his hand on you, you shout. You see that people who abuse children, once they have started, wọ́n á kàn gbé wá wò ni. Ẹ wà àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n máa ń fọwọ́ gbàǹdì gáràjì. Ọmọ tí bóyá ṣe ló gbé ọjà kan sórí tí ń tà tí bọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ kan kàn fọwọ́ gbàǹdì. Tọ́mọ wọn bá ti sọ̀rọ̀, tó bá ti dijọ́ kejì, tó bá tún ti gbàǹdì, tí ó tún sọ̀rọ̀, tó bá ti dijọ́ kẹta, ọyàn rẹ̀ ló máa bù. Because the very first day tó ti gbé wá wò, tọ́mọ yẹn ò ti react yẹn, wá ò nu. But the child that you have told that anybody that touches you in any of those parts, you shout on that person. Ṣé ẹ rí àwọn abuser tó máa abuse àwọn ọmọ yìí? They are weak people. They are people that have weak personality. Ignorance ọmọ náà máa ń leverage on. Tó bá ti mọ̀ pé ọmọ eléyìí ẹ̀ fọwọ́ kan etí ẹ̀ báyìí ó ń pariwo yóò jáṣẹ́ àwọn, wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé èyí báyìí bad market lọ́mọ eléyìí máa jẹ́. So now the antidote is for the child to shout. If the child shouts, the child will run away and immediately report to the parents. Now, when you now let the child know that any bad touch, that is any touch in any of my private parts, is a bad touch that I must resist. Tí child yẹn bá ti mọ̀, anybody tó bá fọwọ́ kan, bóyá fọwọ́ kan ìjìká ẹ̀, àbó fọwọ́ kan àyà ẹ̀, àbó fọwọ́ kan waist ẹ̀, or any part of her body, the child will shout. Because that is what the child has been told to do. Don't forget that these are children, and I said kò sí ẹ̀kọ́ kankan tó gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ wọ ọpọlọ ọmọ yàtọ̀ fún tóbi rẹ̀ bá sọ fún. Òun ni ó máa jẹ́ foundation of nǹkan tí bá ń bẹ lọ́kàn ọmọ yẹn. And most of the people tó máa abuse àwọn ọmọ yìí, they are close relatives. Tí yẹn sún máa yàn ni. Ọlọ́mọdé àrógun pé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí yẹn jí mọ́ gbé. Majority yẹn tí yẹn máa ń molest yẹn mọ́. Bí àwọn alájọgbé bí àwọn uncle, daddy, sister, brother tí yẹn jọ ń gbé ni. So when the abuser knows that the child is going to shout, àṣírí ọ̀hún á tú, irú abuser yẹn á ti mọ̀ pé ọmọ eléyìí kì í sọmọ tó ń lè play with, because the child is already aware. Now we are saying that any touch in any of the private parts is a bad touch and the child must resist. And that restriction, kí ni kéèyàn resist? Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó ọmọ yẹn máa ṣe tó fi máa resist? Àkọ́kọ́ ni wípé the child will run away, the child will raise an alarm and report. Ṣó yé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Now, anybody that is trying to do a bad touch on you, that person, what is the person trying to do? The person is trying to abuse you. And you must do what? You must shout and run away. Now, the child is already aware pé anybody tó bá, we have given them the definition of private parts. They have known the private parts for girls, private parts for boys. Now, the different type of touch, they know it is good touch and bad touch. And they know that anybody that is trying to touch or see any of these parts of me, that person is trying to abuse me. And what I must do is that I must shout, raise alarm, run away, and report to my mommy when I get home. Now you let them know. We proceed to the next stage. Who is it that can abuse you? Don't forget that the word abuse has come into the lesson. The children has now known that anybody tó bá make attempts láti fọwọ́ kan this so and so part of ara àwọn ẹni yẹn fẹ́ máa abuse àwọn ni. Then who is the person that can abuse you? The answer is anybody. It could be anybody. It could be a teacher. It could be a neighbor. It could be an uncle. recently neighbor mi wá fi fídíò kan hàn mí níbi tí ọkùnrin kan tó mú okó tó fokó sẹ́nu ọmọ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jọ ọmọ ọdún 4 lọ. Wọ́n ní wọ́n rí fídíò yẹn ní Telegram Gistlover lórí bẹ̀ Facebook kò lè post yẹ because Facebook ó máa restrict page tán bá post yẹ sí. Àwa mọ̀ we are very sure pé ẹni tó jẹ́ family ọmọ yẹn ló máa jẹ́. Ó dẹ̀ fídíò ojú ọmọ yẹn hàn bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ọmọ 4 years old ni. Ó dẹ̀ gbé okó sẹ́nu ọmọ and the child is ignorant. The child does not know. So that's why we are saying, as we are telling the children that anybody that is trying to give you a bad touch, the person is abusing you. The person is trying to abuse you. And what must you do? You must run away, you must shout, and you must report immediately. You must report immediately. When we build friendship with our children, kò sí nǹkan tó ọmọ ò ní lè sọ. Now, who is it that can now abuse you? Anybody. Baba gan abuse ọmọ. Àwọn kan báyìí tó wá share story ẹ̀ bóyá bíi 3 Fridays ago. Ọkọ tó bímọ fún ní abuse ọmọ yẹn. Ṣé àwọn ìgbẹ́ tó bá ti ẹ̀ pé single mother tó gbé ọmọ wá fẹ́ ọkọ yẹn á ní nítorí wípé kì í ṣe òun ní bàbá rẹ̀. Bàbá ọmọ tó bímọ òun ló ń abuse ọmọ. That's why this teaching is saying anybody can be an abuser. Anybody can abuse a child. It could be an uncle, it could be a neighbor, it could be a relative. And please, anytime tọ́mọ wa bá fẹ́ fẹjọ́ sùn wá, ẹ mọ̀ jà mọ́ jágbe mọ́mọ́. Hey, my mommy, did you see Uncle Lagbaja? He now want to touch my bum bum. Don't say shut up. Don't say that. That uncle might want to try to abuse that child. Let your child be free with you. Let the child know that anybody is a suspect. As far as I'm concerned, a stranger is anybody you cannot vouch for. Torí tá bá sọ pé who is a stranger nísìn, it is somebody you have not seen before. We'll get there as we go in this lesson. Pé don't allow any stranger to ask you to take off your clothes. You can say who is a stranger. If a stranger calls you, don't answer. A stranger starts from that person that you cannot guarantee his behavior. In other words, anybody can be a stranger. Virtually everybody is a stranger. Téèyàn ò lè fọmọ sọ, téèyàn ò lè fọmọ tì. Now, as we now proceed, you now say that what are those things that abusers tell their victims? The person that is trying to abuse you, what are those things he will tell you? Number 1, he will say you must not tell your mommy. If you tell your mommy, you will die. If you tell your mommy will die. If you tell your mommy, I will buy you. Anybody that is telling you anything, and he's saying this thing I'm telling you, don't tell your mommy, that person is an abuser. That person wants to abuse you, he wants to spoil you, he wants to do bad touch on you and make you to be afraid. Don't forget that àwọn èdè táwọn fi kún ọmọ yìí, their children, they are simple languages. They don't know the meaning of future. The person wants to spoil your future. They don't. Just let them know that anybody that is saying that this thing I'm telling you, don't tell your mommy, that person wants to abuse you. Ẹni tí bá ti ń sọ fún wa pé ẹ̀yin tí mò ń sọ yìí, má sọ fún mọ́mí rẹ o. Má sọ fún mọ́mí rẹ ńlé o. That person is an abuser. And that which he says you should not tell your mommy, you must tell your mommy. It is sticking in the brain of that child already. Ó ti ń stick ìsọpọlọ rẹ̀ pé gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tí bá ti ń sọ fún mi pé ẹni tí mo fẹ́ ṣe má sọ fún mọ́mí rẹ o. Ó ti mọ̀ pé arìn ìdẹ̀nìyàn, ó ti mọ̀ pé bọ̀dá nǹkan bọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀. Òun sì ti gbọ́n tiẹ̀ because wisdom is profitable to direct and the foundation had already been laid right from the inú ilé. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ fáwọn àbáyìn gbà kékeré tá ní ìdílé wí. Because of the atmosphere tí a ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ àti dàgbà sí. We are free, the confidence is there, we are disciplined. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè intimidate wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe yẹ kó rí. Kò yẹ kẹ́nìkan wà tí ó intimidate ọmọ wa. Bọ̀dá kan ò gbọdọ̀ jágbe mọ́mọ. Kọ́mọ wa dákẹ́. Mọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ọmọ yẹn tó fi ní òun ò lọ dòkó ti ibi ọ̀dọ̀ bọ̀dá mọ́. Now we are saying that what are the words that abusers speak to their victims? Only àwọn intimidative words. Má sọ fún mami rẹ o. Don't tell your daddy o. Don't tell your uncle. Anybody, let the child know that anybody that is saying you should not tell your mommy something, that person is an abuser. That person wants to abuse you. And ntoni ko ọmọ sọ o gbọ́dọ̀ délé kó sọ. You see, the children, they will be listening to you. Now, parents are now advised that their children should learn how to wash their body by themselves. Àwọn ọmọ mi wà wọ́n ti pé 6-7 years wọ́n lè tamba fúnra wọn. If they go to the restroom, they cannot clean up. At age 5, 4, 6, a child should be able to use the restroom alone. Ibẹ̀ ni tí máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn mi wà tó ṣe wípé àbúrò ọkọ wọn, ẹbí ọkọ wọn, cousin ọkọ wọn ó ń bá wọn gbé. Tó ṣe wípé kò sí ni, the child will be around with that family member. Even at that, tó bá ti rí pé ọmọ ṣetán ní ilé ìtọ̀, uncle kìnìkan, come and wash my bum for me. I have finished, I have poo finished. Àbí báwo làwọn ọmọ kejì àbí nurse yẹn ṣe máa ń sọ òyìnbó wọn. I have poo finished. Nígbà tí ọmọ bá ti ń dàgbà, the children should learn how to clean up. Ibẹ̀ ni tí máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ibi tó ń kú lágbájá, brother lágbájá tí bá ti ń bọ́ ọmọ ń tàǹbà, tí bá tó ń bọ́ ọmọ ń ṣàndì. Ifun àwọn ọmọ ọkùnrin gan, ibẹ̀ làwọn míì ti wà tí wọ́n mọ̀ ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa pẹ̀lú ibi tí ọmọ ti ń ṣègbọ̀nsẹ̀. Please, the children must know that apart from the bum, even ìhòògbẹ́ níbi tí ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ ti ń jáde yẹn gan, is also their private part that nobody must dip anything inside. Nobody must touch that place. Nobody must play with it. Ibi tí sì ti máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ bóyá ọmọ bá lọ rèé ṣègbọ̀nsẹ̀ tí ò lè clean up fún rẹ̀. Ọmọ tí bá ti ń pọ́dún 8, 9, 7 ó yẹ kó lè clean up fúnra ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ á kọ́ ọmọ yẹn bí wọ́n ṣe lè máa tàǹbà fúnra wọn. Now, even as much as the child grows, the child must know that the part we are talking about, as their own private part is special to them, so also the private part of other people. Therefore, ẹni tí ó mọ̀ pé ó ń lọ ibì kan, ibi tó ń lọ yẹn ó máa undress, bóyá ó máa wẹ̀ ń bẹ̀, àbójẹ́ tó dédé ó fẹ́ bọ́ra lẹ̀, you must not go and peep through the window. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ rí yọjú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kankan ò ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ rí tiẹ̀, ìwọ náà gbọ́dọ̀ rí tẹlòmíì. The children or the child must know that my private part belongs to me. Nobody must see it, touch it, and play with it. So also the private part of another person belongs to that person. I too must not see it. I must not touch it. I must not play with it. I must not go to where I know that this person wants to go there and undress. Àbóyá ni ẹ fẹ́ wẹ̀, àbó fẹ́ change aṣọ. I must respect the private part of other people. The child is already aware. So that, you know, there are some children that wọ́n ní ẹ̀kọ́ tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá wọ bì kan lọ, bóyá fẹ́ lọ restroom, àbí bóyá fẹ́ undress, the child too will enter with you. So, the children must be aware that this part of the body are so special that there is a value attached to it, that as much as it is special to me, that other person's own is also special to him or her. And they must cover and protect it the same way you protect other people's own. Now, at that point, parents are now advised to separate the room of the boys from the girls. Àwọn míì àmà wò pé ṣe bí ọmọ ìyá ni wọ́n, they grow together as family. Fine, they grow together as family, but a time will come that the gender differences will start showing. And due to nǹkan tá à ń jẹ nísìn, ọmọ ọdún 7, 8, 9 obìnrin sìn yóò ti mọ lọ́mú láyà. The secondary growth ti máa jáde. In fact, menstruation sìn ọmọ 10, 11 bẹ̀rẹ̀. In those days 15, 16 ẹlòmíì á pé 15 kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn ọmọ tó bá ti ń dàgbà táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá ti ń pé 6, 7 years ẹ já separate yàrá wọn. There are some couple tó ṣe pé ibi tó ń gbé bóyá yàrá ò pọ̀ níbẹ̀. Nígbà tó ọmọ ó bá fi máa pọ̀, God will bless you guys. Live in a place whereby you can separate the room of the boys from that of the girls. Because having taught them all of this, we must also create an environment for this lesson to be practicable. Tẹ́ bá sọ fún ọmọ pé nobody must see this part of your body. Ẹ dẹ̀ wá kó àwọn bíi 6 sínú yàrá kan, àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin. Tọ́mọ yẹn gan bá fẹ́ protect body part ẹ̀ kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣe. Because it is a room that all of them are living. This consciousness must be in the children, and they must grow up with it. Anywhere the child goes, nobody can abuse that child. Recently, I was with a friend of mine. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni àmọ́ ojú mi lọ in age, so ọmọ rẹ̀ ti dàgbà. Wọ́n sọ fún mi pé àwọn ọmọ yìí ó kí mi, ọmọ wọn kan, ọmọ àkọ́bí wọn ó wá kí wa kọjá. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ ti ń mature, ó ti ń ní growth of secondary maturity. Ó wá sọ fún mi pé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí ó yẹ kí ọmọ yìí ó mọ̀, òun mọ̀ tí ìráyè kọ, bóòlù ń ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí. Mo ní kíni àwọn ọmọ tí mo ti coach wọn ní gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yìí. Mo bá pè, mo wá ń bi léèrè àwọn nǹkan yìí. What are the two divisions of the body parts? Only private part and public part. Why is it that some parts are private? Only because nobody must see it, touch it, or play with it. It belongs to only me. What are the private parts for boys? What are the private parts for girls? Fortunately, èyí tó kọjá nínú àwọn ọmọ yẹn ọkùnrin ni. Despite ìkójọ ọkùnrin, gbogbo private parts for girls, private parts for boys, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló mọ̀. What are the two types of touch? The good touch and bad touch. Why is it that some what is a example of bad touch? Only any touch in any of the private parts is bad touch, and I must resist it. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lórí ọmọ bíi pọ́kúrà mọ́ ẹ̀ ní. The mother was so happy. Ìgbà wo làwọn ọmọ ìmọ̀ kíní ìmọ̀ ní èmi ò lè mọ̀ kún wọn. And the children, this thing will stick in their brain. Once they see any anomaly or any abnormality, they will report it. That is children for you. Wọ́n máa report abnormality. Now we are saying that somebody who is trying to abuse you is that person who will tell you that this thing, don't tell your mommy, don't tell your daddy, I will give you kulikuli, I will give you groundnut. Tó bá ti dín di pé tí ń di stage tí wọ́n fi kulikuli àtẹ̀pá kan mọ́ irú nǹkan báwọn ọmọ gan ògùn ti outgrown gbogbo nǹkan yẹn, because the child is already aware of all of these things, and the person that is abusing you does not have any power. The only power that person has is your ignorance. But once the child is not ignorant of all of these things, the abuser does not have any power over the child. Now let's proceed. We are saying that parents are to separate the rooms of all these children. The boys, let them live, let them have their own room. The girls, let them have their own room. Let the children know that if they want to go to the room of the opposite sex, they must knock. Don't forget that this private part that is my own is precious to me. The other person's own is also precious to him or her. Àwọn ọmọ tán bá ní irú àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ yìí, wọ́n ní dédé máa já wọnú ilé anybody, because you don't know, maybe the person does not wear clothes. After all, he's in his house. The boys must knock before they enter the room of the girls. The girls must knock before they enter the room. If at all they must enter their room, kí náà lọ ṣe nínú yàrá ara wọn. Fine, their siblings, but there is always sitting room for everybody to do family prayer, family altar, family discussion. Yes. Nígbà yẹn gbà tá àwọn dàgbà oṣù kan oṣù méjì, we might not have the reason to go to the entrance of the door of the next room in the house, because we have no business there. This thing must stick to the brain of the children. Nígbà tí kíní yẹn bá ti mọ́ wọn lára láti ilé, kò síbi tán wà níta tán ní wà conscious of all this their body system. You will continue to tell them, you will reiterate it. Everybody, all of them must repeat after you. Now, let's proceed. Anywhere they are talking about immoral things, the child must know that the child must not stay there. Anywhere they are talking about immorality, they are talking about how they are doing immoral acts, immoral things, indiscipline, the child must stay away. And build relationship with your children. Don't forget that we are saying that this thing, we are starting from age 3, age 4, age 5 form till the child will get to teenage age. There are some parents that they themselves their children. Àwọn òbí tó ṣe pé ọmọ gan làwọn, tí wọ́n jẹ́ pé ọmọ kékeré ni wọ́n tán ti lóyún, àwọn gan ṣì wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́. They might not be able to train the children the positive way. Irú wọn náà máa ń fi accuse train ọmọ pé bó ṣe wà yìí wọ́n ti ń toast ẹ, wọ́n ti ń fọwọ́ kàn ọ́lá. How did you know that? Some children are virgins. But because of the negative accusation they are getting from their mother, their parents at home, they assume that wọ́n kúkú rò pé òun ti ń ṣèṣekúṣe. When boys started wooing them, they kúkú yield to those boys because ìyá àwọn ò pé wọ́n jókòó kó bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ with love. The only ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ náà ni pé gbogbo àti wọn fọwọ́ tẹ̀yìn la, gbogbo àti wọn fọwọ́ gun la, ìgbúdọ̀ mọ́ o, ìgbúdọ̀ rí o, bọ́ bá fún ọ lóyún tiẹ̀ bọ́ ọnu. Are you happy as a mother that your child gets pregnant in the school? Or will you be happy as a mother? Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ẹ̀ ranjú tọ́ bá ń fọmọ, kí lẹ́yìn ti sọ fún un tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ tẹ́ḿpléètì. Tẹ́ bá sọ fọmọ pé bó ṣe rí rèé o, ara rẹ̀ yìí èèyàn ò gbọ́dọ̀ rí o, ọkùnrin ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́kàn o, ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ tẹ̀ ọ̀la o. This your body part is very important to you. You understand? Ìyẹn lẹ máa mold lé lórí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn òbí tó ṣe pé gan ọmọ tí wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ ni wọ́n máa dà ságídí. Pé wọ́n ti ń fọwọ́ kàn láàbì, bàbá ilóyún tiẹ̀ ta, tiẹ̀ ṣe gbá, tiẹ̀ ṣàwo. And the child is ignorant. The child does not even know what you are talking about. The child does not know what you are talking about. So gradually, as much as the child grows, the child started knowing and started attaching importance to all those parts of his or her body. Before you know it, these things too, they learn it in the school. And everything will merge together with what they have learned right from their house. Now, let's proceed. Don't force your child to stay with someone he doesn't want to stay with. Ẹni ọmọ tó bá ti ní ọ̀lọ́lọ́lídé lọ́dọ̀ àwọn kan tó bá ti lóun ò lọ, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má force ọmọ. Only is it good for a mother to undress in the presence of female children of 5, 6, 7 days? No, Madam Oyenike. If you are undressing in their face, then you are acting contrary to all of these things we are teaching. Tí a bá ń bọ́ra lẹ̀ lójú àwọn ọmọ ọdún 5, 6 tán ti ń gbọ́n. Ó mì pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí à ń act lòdì sí. Ṣé bá ti sọ pé àwọn ẹ̀yà ara wọn yìí bó ṣe precious bí tiwa ṣe precious sí wa, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tẹlòmíì náà ṣe precious sí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá náà, àwa náà gbọ́dọ̀ hide lọ undress ni. So that the child will know that it is very important for me to excuse this person tó bá fẹ́ undress. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí àti ẹ̀ create allowance fọ́mọ láti excuse ya rẹ̀. Fúnra wa la tó rè bá ń bí ó jókòó sí tá ń bọ́ wù, ó tiẹ̀ ti rẹ̀ mí, bí mo ṣe débì kan, tí a bá ń bomi kí n mu, bọ́ gbélé, bọ́ bra, bọ́ gbá, bọ́ àwo, bọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀. As much as that, the child will think that all these things are just fabulous. But when you go stay in a secluded place, probably in your room, you dress back with your aṣọ òṣèré, then the child will know that, hey, this is very, very true and important. Tọ́mọ bá ti ń gbọ́n, ọmọ ti kọjá ọdún 2, 3, we don't need to undress lójú wọn mọ́. Torí àti jẹ́ kó yé wọn pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ undress àgbùdọ̀ lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti lọ rèé wo ẹni yẹn. Bí èèyàn ò ṣe lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti rí ara wa, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwa náà lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti rára ẹlòmíì. Tọ́mọ fi pé 30 years kíní yẹn lè wà lórí ẹ̀, ó lè stand by. Ìfá àárọ̀ ọmọ tó ṣèyàwó tán tí ọkọ ẹ̀ gbedele tí ò jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ fọwọ́ kàn. Until táwọn parents ẹ̀ tó pé because that consciousness was there for her títí tó fi ṣèyàwó. The parent now say and you know that in that time there is no sex education even for ẹni tó ń lọ ilé ọkọ, wọn kàn tí ọ̀rẹ́ bẹ̀ gbúndùkú náà ní ẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́ lẹ́ni rẹ̀ gbẹ́ bá débẹ̀. Even in church they don't do it. So nǹkan yẹn ló stick sórí àǹtí yẹn títí so restriction yẹn ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ fún until the parent now call her that you are now free now. So à ń sọ fún wa pé all these things it must stick to the brain, and when we start telling them right from kékeré, it sticks more. Now for the girl child, let them know, you know that as you are doing it gradually, a time will come you start introducing menstruation to them. Let the girl child know that a time will come that you begin to menstruate. It is a thing of joy. It is a time that it is a sign that you are now fertile, that you can actually reproduce, you can give birth. The child is already aware. Ọmọ mi bá rí nǹkan oṣù wọn, kò sẹ́ni tí wọ́n sọ fún. Ẹ wo ọmọ tó wá share story ẹ̀ ní last 2 weeks yìí. Ó nígbà tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní period òun gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin, òun lọ rè bá stepmother òun ní kò rè sọ fún daddy òun. Look at that. Because the child does not have relationship with anybody just like an elderly person. ó nígbà yẹn làwọn bọ̀dá àdúgbò tí máa ń pè ń wọlé tán mọ́ ní kò mọ́ fọwọ́ kókó wọn kó mọ́ mọ́ kó wọn ṣeré because the child does not know, don't have anybody to put her through. All these things are very important. And as much as you must not see other people's own, nobody must invite you to come and forward kan ẹ̀yà ara titi wọn náà. That's another way to it. Because the child might say, oh, he's not touching my own body. He asked me to come and touch his own. Kò sí ní tó jọ. Nobody must see your own. Nobody must play with it. Nobody must touch it. Likewise, you too must not touch other people's own. You must not play with it and you must not touch it. Gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ò ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ kan ara rẹ ẹnìkan mention àwọn body parts yẹn wọ́n repeat yẹn wọ́n mention nobody must touch it. You too must not touch someone else's home. Lóríkà náà bọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ kan ní ṣe bí ìfọwọ́ kan tiẹ̀ tèmi ni ọwọ́ fọwọ́ kan. Please, we must balance it. The child is aware already. The child is conscious of his or her body. He knows that once there is any intruder, the child will leave that place completely. And the child must report everything that happens. The child must be able to report, tell the mother. And what people want to say, they don't have, they are not friends, they didn't befriend their children. Now let us proceed. So I said some parents want to dodge their responsibilities. Parents mi wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ dodge responsibility wọn. As a result of that, wọ́n lọ rè dump ọmọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹbí, sọ́dọ̀ family member kan kí wọ́n má bàa gbọ́ bùkátà ọmọ. Wọ́n ti feel pé àwọn fi dodge bùkátà ọmọ. At the end of the day, táyé ọ̀tọ̀ ọmọ ń bá ń owó tẹ́ fi wá rí ààbò ẹ̀ kékeré kọ́. And the truth is that a preserved child is better than a repaired adult. A child tó wà preserved láti kékeré tó maintain purity tó maintain sanity chastity is better than an adult tó wà defiled tẹ wá ṣẹ̀ wá rehabilitate. Mi sọ pé rehabilitation ò dá o, but a preserved childhood is better than a repaired adulthood any day. So please ẹ má jẹ́ ká torí wípé ní bóyá nítorí pé a feel pé àwọn kan wọ́n bá ní mójútó ọmọ wọ́n wà okay. Tó bá ṣe pé kúrò léèyàn wá fi mú gààrí téèyàn rojú fowó lójú tọ́ mẹ́ báyìí or better. A lot of children tó wà molested tó wà ṣe pé kíní tó wà defied, many of them wọ́n lọ ń bí kán lọ mọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ èèyàn mọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ uncle mọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ auntie ni. Please, let's take responsibility. Now let's proceed. What did the abuser tell their victims? Àti sọ yẹn, but tell the child to repeat it. Kí ni nǹkan tí àwọn abusers àti mọ abusers àti mọ bad touch àti mọ àwọn ṣe mọ̀ wípé is a step by step teaching, one sentence àbí one word ló lead to another. Now getting to the stage of abusers now, kí ni nǹkan táwọn abusers máa ń sọ fáwọn victim wọn náà ni wípé don't tell your mommy. If you tell your mommy, you will buy. Facebook kò fẹ́ gbọ́ KIL yẹn ṣòye yín, so you will buy or I will buy you or something, or your mommy will buy. All those things are fake. They are fake words. Let the child know. So I said let the child know that anybody that is saying this to you or that is saying you should not tell your mommy is an abuser. And also allow the child to know that which the person say you should not tell your mommy, nítorí ọmọ sọ fún mọ́mí rẹ̀ nǹkan bó ọba délé kíní nǹkan ni kò sọ fún un. Because we are trying to reverse the impression that the abuser has created in the mind of the child. So we are saying the opposite of the fear and the intimidation tí child yẹn tí abuser yẹn tó ti create nínú ọmọ. And let them know that all these parts we are talking about must be properly covered. Their cloth must be lengthened to be able to cover every part of their body. Now, we have talked about separation of room too, so that they will be conscious of each of the genders. Now, the girl child should not be sent on errand at night. And a lot of parents are guilty of this one. Ọmọbìnrin tó ti ń dàgbà, ẹ má máa rán wọn níṣẹ́ lálẹ́ tílẹ̀ ti ṣú gbà ẹ́ lẹ́lòmí ò tó rántí pò ń fẹ́ rarú tí a bá ń lọ lè yá sí kinní kan bẹ̀rù rè bá rarú wá rè bá ra kinní kan wá òbí mi wà báyìí tó ṣe pé ní òní yóò ràn mọ́ sìgá yóò ràn mọ́ lógógóró yóò ràn mọ́ lọ́tí. As a result of that, the boy child will start growing to think that those things are normal. Abnormality ni. And children learn through modeling. They copy whatever they see. Even if it was not verbally spoken to them, tán bá ti rí pé yàn ń ṣe àná replicate ẹ̀ ni. Unconsciously. Now, then the next thing is that stop laying curses on your children. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ òdì tí ìyá bá ń sọ sọ́mọ, by the time the child started thinking about it, when you don't show love to a child at home, anybody tó bá ti show a little love níta á rò pé òun ti dé paradise ni. Nígbà tí ò rí irú ẹ̀ rí ọmọ tá ẹ̀jọ jòkó rí, àwọn ìyá mi wà tí wọ́n burú débi pé kọ́mọ wọn jòkó sí wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọ́n rí pé àrífín ni. Àgbà ọmọ bá wá déta tó wá rí bọ̀dá kan tó jòkó sí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó tún fẹ́ gbẹ́ tì tí bọ̀dá ò jágbe mọ́ bẹ́yìn ṣe ń jágbe mọ́ yóò wò pé yìí mọ̀ náìsì yóò ti rò pé náìsì ni. Please, the warmth tí ọmọ ò rí nínú ilé tó bá rí níta yóò rò wípé òun ti dé paradise ló ń wá yìí. When the children cannot relate with us, àwọn tán wá rí àwọn òbí tí wọ́n máa ń yòkúròrò wọn lọ́mọ wọn máa padà gboyún gbẹ̀yìn. Because you cannot interact with your child, then your child cannot, express her mind to you. When guys started coming to woo her, the child cannot explain herself. Títí tí wọ́n fi tán mọ́ ń jẹ. Àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n gbọ́ràn wọn pọ̀ ọ́n mi wà tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò rẹ́ni kọ́ wọn ni. There are some stage in the life of a child where the child is willing to learn. Tó bá rẹ́ni tí ó train rẹ̀. So the little love tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi hàn fọ́mọ nínú ilé, àwọn tí wọ́n fi hàn níta àwọn ò ní ṣe lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. They won't do it for free. And ẹjọ́ táwọn ọmọ bá ti ń dàgbà mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, let us pray that God should bless us more. Let's add to our handwork. Especially téèyàn bá lọ́mọ obìnrin. You start buying pad. Bó o bá ra pad gan tó bá yẹ pé sanitary towel ló fẹ́ kọ́ kó mọ̀ lò. You will buy soap. You will buy detergent. You will buy Dettol for the girl child to clean up. So all these things, ìnáwó ni. So don't neglect your child and say, tó bá yá the child will start having boyfriend. Boyfriend ìwọ ló fẹ́ fọ́mọ lówó nísìn tí ò ní wá kó wá kí òun lé. Please, let us be up and doing. Let us be there for all these children at the very early stage of their life. When they have known that for you to acquire something, you work, you labor for it, they will not look at the other side of the world because they have learned the right thing right from the beginning, from the house. So stop speaking negative words. And àwọn òbí tó ní nǹkan kan lórí láti kọ́ mọ́ náà máa halẹ̀ mọ́mọ́. If you know that you have a good lesson to teach a child, you will sit that child down. This is an imaginary classroom. I'm imagining that we're having some little kids on seats and we are teaching them this. So, because we have something in our subconscious that we want the children to learn. Nínú ọkàn mi bí ìgbà tí mo wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké àwọn toddler ẹni bí mo ṣe jókòó yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tá a bá ní nǹkan kan ní mind láti kọ́ ọmọ, èèyàn ọmọ jágbe mọ́mọ ni ẹ máa halẹ̀ lórí irọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òbí tí ń jágbe mọ́mọ yìí gan kò sí nǹkan kan lọ́pọlọ tí ẹ̀gàn tí wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ. Please, kó tó di pọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ period láti gbọ́dọ̀ pèsè ọkàn rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ pé a time will come that you will start seeing blood, and at that age náà sà wọ́n ti máa ń kún ọmọ ní school. Irú èmi báyìí ìgbà tá à ń ṣe integrated science in school wọ́n ti kọ́ wa ní adolescence puberty. Gbogbo ọ̀rẹ́ mi ìgbà náà gbogbo náà ti ń ṣe period. I think I was the last person to start period nígbà yẹn. So gbogbo tá a jọ wà ní class gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n ti ń sọ fún wa tá a ti ń kọ́ gbogbo bá ọmọ mi wọ́n ṣe máa ń kọ́ wọn. Then àǹtí tó kọ́ wa ní integrated science wọ́n ti kọ́ wa ní menstruation, wọ́n ti kọ́ wa ní adolescence puberty, everything. So my mind was already prepared. The day that I saw that drop blood, though àyà mi kọ́kọ́ já, but àyà mi ò tún já because wọ́n ti kọ́ mi I was expecting it already. So to go straight tell my mom was so easy for me. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ọmọ wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ àrí láì lè tíṣà nìkan. Especially all these teachers, those ones in private school, they are not well paid. Ẹlòmíì nù wọn ikàn ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ bá dàbí pé ń jókòó lé ni. A lè fi gbogbo nǹkan ọmọ wa dáhùn tíṣà nìkan. I'm not saying they are not doing well. But a teacher that will attend to over 50 students léde. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, he has his own children at home too. Òbí lọ́kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ kínní sí ọ fún ọmọ. Be very soon now, when you get to this one so age, you will start seeing your menstruation. Mommy, what is the meaning of menstruation? You will tell the child that it is the flow of blood for the unfertilized egg. It is a sign that you are fertile, that you can give birth. And at this stage of your life, you have to be careful. Because the fact that you have started your menstruation shows that you can get pregnant. If you go and sleep with a man, you go and start visiting a man, you start sleeping on the same bed with him, by the time he sleeps with you, you will get pregnant. The child is already aware. He said, when he touch you like this, you just get pregnant. No. At that time, the child already loves herself. He has been told the right thing in the positive way. Now, we are saying that don't force your child to go and spend holiday with a family member that the child does not want to go. Don't force them. For the child to say pé òun ò fẹ́ lọ, probably ó ti rí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ bí threat fún ni. Now, let them be free with you. Discuss anything with them. Yes, let them be able to say anything to you. And also, what you say to their face, the words you speak, let it be positive words that will prepare their hearts to face the challenges. Don't forget that this stage, puberty, adolescence, is a critical stage where the child will want to feel like an adult, as if he or she can take decision on his own. At that time, the child needs close monitoring and close attention. Don't impose anything on your children. Ẹ má impose nǹkan kan lé wọn lórí pé èmi ìyá rẹ ń tọ́ sí ṣe náà nu wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. The child might have been intimidated by an abuser in that particular place tó lóun ò lọ. Kí ló tó fi fẹ́ lọ bẹ̀? Sọ fún mi náà, kí ló tó fi fẹ́ lọ? Ẹ fi ohùn rẹ̀ lẹ̀ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọmọ. Gbẹgbẹgbẹgbẹ lórí kinní kan bá rẹ kò kúkú fún ọ lọ́wọ́, owó tí mo rè gbàwìn, owó tí mo rè ṣe kinní kan. Ìkànnì ń bú ọmọ pé ọmọ ló dá ìrìn àjò òun rú. Torọ́ ń bí ìrìn àjò òun ṣe reduce ìrìn àjò òun ayé òun ò bá ti jù báyìí lọ. Ọmọ tó olóyún school. Ṣọ́mọ gan ló yẹ kó mọ ní kí ló bọ́n sáyé sí, àbí ìwọ ló yẹ kó tó mọ bú ọmọ pé nítorọ́ ń bí ọ lòun ò ṣe fi tí jù báyìí lọ. What is the meaning of that? You don't blame your inadequacy on a child, because a child that is not preserved right from the childhood tó bá bọ́ sí adulthood kìí ṣe reverse mọ́. Ìní mo ṣe sọ wípé a preserved child is better than a repaired adult. At that delicate stage of life, the child must be able to know that even if you want them to do something, let them know the reason why you want them to do it. It won't be as if you are forcing or you are imposing it on them. Now, we have 5 types of parents. Is it up to 5? 4 types. 4 types in my list. We have the intricate one, or the involved parents, or we call them detailed parents or complex. All these words are synonyms. They are the kind of parents that knows everything about their children, their academic performance, their health challenges, their the health of the child, the academic, everything about the child. This set of parents are aware. Even when the child is menstruating, they know. These detailed parents we are talking about, those ones, they are intricate. They know everything about their child. They know the mood swing. They know when the child is not happy. They know when something has happened in the school of that child, that the child brought the anger back home. Those ones are fully involved in their children. Nobody or no teacher can lie against their children. this set of parents that I'm talking about, they are detailed. They have time for their children. They know every time that the child breathes. They know. They are involved parents. Then number 2, we have the unresponsible ones. Those ones don't care. They don't know where their child is at a particular point in time. Those ones are not involved at all. They don't have any clue about their children. Whether the children is okay. Ọmọ kan ní sùn ṣọ́ọ̀bù kan lọ́mọ ń sùn. Bọ̀dá ń lọ wá rí níwájú ṣọ́ọ̀bù. Wọ́n wá mú délé. Wọ́n mú délé tán báyìí ìyá ẹ̀ tó ń ṣépè fún ni. Ó ní àwọn ò mọ ibi tó sùn. Ọmọ ọkùnrin bí ọmọ ọdún 8 ní ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ. Kò sì súnlé. Ẹ̀rù òsì bàyẹ́ odidi ọmọkùnrin tó lè di president Nàìjíríà lọ́la. Ìyá sì ní ọmọ bíi olórí kinní kan ni, olóṣègbà ni, olóríire ni, alálùbáríkà ni, olórí kinní kan ni. I'm telling you, video ń bẹ lórí page. That one is more or less an irresponsible parent. So yé wa báyìí, the scriptures only talked about 2 sets of singles, the unmarried and the widows. Those are the 2 people tí Paul sọ nínú Bíbélì. Àwọn tí wọn ò tí marry rárá àtàwọn opó. So every other person are parents. It could now be single or not single. But once you have been given opportunity to relate with the opposite sex and you have a child, you are a parent already. So single mother, you have single parent, single father is a single parent. Because for you to be a father, it means that you have fathered a child. You are not single. As far as this lesson is concerned, Paul talked about 2 sets of singles, the unmarried and the widows. So parents làwọn yòókù. Irú ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ ò sùn sílé. Imagine kí irú ọmọ ìjọbìnrin. The child will be more vulnerable. Those ones are the uninvolved. They are not involved in the affairs of their children. Then we have the recommendatory or the advisory parents. Recommendatory parents. Those ones are children that are already parents. Àwọn tó jẹ́ pé children ni wọ́n náà ti wá di parents. Ẹni tó ṣe pé òun gan ṣì wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n gboyún. Àwọn náà máa recommend, náà we call them advisory. Wọ́n fún mọ́ ṣe bí pọ́n fẹ́ advice yẹ. Bàbá iléyún ò ní lọ léèwé mọ́, ò ní ṣe kinní kan mọ́. Òbí tí wọn ò ní nǹkan kan lọ́pọlọ láti train láti kọ́ ọmọ. Àwọn ni wọ́n máa train ọmọ in a negative way. They will be using negative words, thinking páwọn impart knowledge on the child. Unfortunately, you are not imparting anything. You are only damaging that child. Those ones are advisory, or you call them recommendatory parents. Wọ́n recommend nǹkan fún ọ. Kódà they can go to the school of their child to go and be advising the teachers, to go and be advising the school owners. Say bye. They don't have anything they want to do. They don't have anything to contribute, or they just want to pretend as if they know. And of course, they don't know anything. Because if you know, and you know that what you know will be beneficial to the child, you will let the child know and learn it in a simple way. But because you know that you don't know anything and you don't want to appear as if you don't know, my advisory, people advise you. We know that type of parents. So when we see them, we categorize them the level at which they belong. They are the recommendatory ones. They will be recommending ṣe báyìí for ọmọ sọ fọmọ kọmọ ṣe báyìí kọmọ ṣe báyìí. They help ọmọ yẹn provide nǹkan tí ọmọ tí ó fi kàwé tí ò fi ní lọ́mọ gbowó lọ́wọ́ stranger. Fọmọ lóúnjẹ, tọ́jú ọmọ, dẹ̀ lọ́mọ ń ṣe tí ọ̀dà. Wọ́n ní bọ́mọdé ròyìn àṣàkàrà nù. Kí ló dé tó fi ọmọdé sínú ògbéhùn? Kò ṣe jẹ́ just anybody. Ọmọdé náà mọ̀ wípé tí tó bá ní kọ́ mọ́ ṣe kan o gbọ́dọ̀ fún mi. Wọ́n ṣe ní bọ́mọdé ròyìn. Tó bá jẹ́ àgbàlagbà ni àtọyìn àtàkà bí ọ̀bà rí nǹkan kan. Àgbàlagbà sì lè mú tiẹ̀ mọ́ra. Bí ọmọdé ò lè lébi mọ́ra. So when you know that as parents, nǹkan tí ọmọ nílò ó wà nínú rẹ̀ láti kọ́ ọmọ, the child will learn. Ọmọ yẹn ò lè jálá ìgbọràn, because the very first teacher tó máa mọ̀ ní life will be you tó jẹ́ parents yẹn. So I want to find the third type of parents are those the recommendatory ones and the advisory ones. Those recommendatory or advisories, àti a máa fẹ́ advice èèyàn, and we categorize them as those that give negative instruction and accuse their children wrongly. Some of them, bó ṣe wà yìí, some of their children are virgins but they don't know. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn advisory, àwọn recommendatory parents yìí, àwọn náà wọ́n máa pariwo mọ́ ọmọ, jágbe mọ́ ọmọ. Gbogbo ntọ́mọ ò tí ì ṣe, wọ́n mọ̀ lọ́mọ tí ń ṣe, ẹ mọ̀ náà ń tọwọ́ bọmọ lára, wọ́n ti ń tọwọ́ bọ̀ ń ṣe kinní kan, wọ́n ti ń ṣe gbásàwé, wọ́n ti ń fọwọ́ tẹ̀ ọ́ láà. Gbogbo ń tẹ̀ ń sọ gan, ẹnu yín lọ́mọ ti kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀sẹ̀ ń gbọ́ rẹ̀. Ẹ̀yẹ yín lè pollute ọkàn ọmọ. You don't train a child in negative way. You first of all impute the positive virtues, the positive things sínú ọmọ, ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ foundation. Then all other things will start molding. Torí àlẹ́ṣẹ̀ náà tí ọmọ burú wọn ìpadà àrùn ṣe bí ẹni fẹ́ gbádùn bá nà tààrà. Because they approach this thing the negative way. A gbọ́dọ̀ dúró pé a fẹ́ bọ́ ọmọ jà. In tó yẹ ká ti kọ́ ọmọ láti kékeré, tá a bá fo stage kankan, tó ṣe pé stage by stage gbogbo tó yẹ kọ́ mọ̀ tó wà age appropriate for them là ń kọ́ wọn gradually tó ń fi dàgbà. Adolescent and puberty stage wọn gan yóò rọ̀ àwa gan lọ́rùn because gbogbo tó yẹ kọ́ mọ̀ ńlọmọ ti mọ̀ láti kékeré. Those are the recommendatory parents. Tó ṣe pé children náà gan ọmọ iléèwé tó gboyún tọ́wọ́ amọ́mọ rẹ̀ wà skul yín tí wá ń jágbe mọ́ yín bẹ̀ tó ń gan lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí ọkọ̀ mọ̀ gan. Number 4, those ones are the boarding parents, the boarding. Àwọn tó ní boarding, those ones are career people. They don't have time for PTA meeting, they don't have time for their children. Wọ́n wà so boarding débi wípé career people ni wọ́n. Tọ́ bá ti sọmọ kalẹ̀ ní skul láàárọ̀ àbí daycare, ó di ìrọ̀lẹ́ ìsìrè ọmọ yẹn máa lọ resume sí after school. Ó níbi kan tó ń pè ní after school lọ́mọ ó wà fàá títí lè ṣùkò. Ọmọ nǹkan lè má fojú rí bàbá ó lè má fojú rí yẹ. Those ones are boarding parents. Àwọn tó wà boarding tó ṣe pé boarding orí wọn gan ti pọ̀ jù, so they don't even have time for the children. Irú wọn yẹn tíru ọmọ wọn àfi agboyún tó ní èpòdù oṣù méje sọmọ nínú wọn lè mọ́mọ́ wọn mọ̀ gbà tó mọ́ ń ṣe nǹkan oṣù wọn mọ̀ gbọ́ mọ́rí píríọ̀dù ẹ̀. Àwọn míì wà báwọn tó ṣe wípé ní wọ́n bí lífù pé gbogbo ń tàn bá fọ́mọ tọ́mọ bá ti rówó tó tí ò jìyà owó. Ṣe mọ̀ pé most of these boarding parents tá a dẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní career woman àbí career people wọ́n máa lówó lọ. So wọ́n ti believe pé owó ló máa solve for everything. Ó lè kọ́wọ́ fọ́mọ kó rè fowó ìràgbó. Ó lè kó fún kó lọ fi ràràkúrà. Because ẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ kí ọmọ kọ́ látara wípé ọmọ ń dàgbà, owó ò lè kọ́ ọmọ yẹn ní ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn sà. Gbogbo tá a sọ ìní ìsìn, o lè kówó rí tébù kówó dídé máa fọ ọmọ ọkọ ọmọ ní private part, public part, nobody must see it, it belongs to me. N tá máa deliberately ṣe fúnra wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí opinion fún ọmọ. Now àwọn boarding parents, àwọn yẹn wọ́n ti wà boarding orí wọn pọ̀ gan, so they don't have time for any child. Bọ́mọ kan bá bọ́ gan pé mommy, I need somebody is writing letter to me, somebody is calling me in that place, kìnìkan. There was a child bẹ́yẹn tó pé tí ìyá ẹ̀ bá rán níṣẹ́, ọ̀nà ibi tí wọ́n ti ránṣẹ́ yẹn ọ̀nà kan wà pé tó bá gbabẹ̀ yóò tètè débẹ̀, yóò wà mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ gba ẹ̀yìn débi wípé yóò rìn bíi times 3 rìn tí ó rìn níbi iwájú yẹn wá ní èmi lórí tó ṣe pé bíbí mo ti ní ọ̀rá nǹkan kílẹ̀ tó gbọ̀nà pé oníbọ̀dá kan wà níbẹ̀ tí mo dà ńlá mu, ìyá ẹ̀ ní ó ní sòńbẹ̀. Àmọ̀rógo ó ní mọ́ ní kò mọ́ gbà bí ìkọjá mọ́ tí ó mọ̀ halẹ̀ mọ́ ohun tí ó mọ̀ ranjú mọ́ ohun. Níyà rẹ̀ lè kí fún bọ̀dá nù pé bọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní kọ́ mọ́ gbà bí ìkọjá mọ́ nítorí kíni. Àtìgbà náà bọ̀dá ti mọ̀ wọn rẹ̀ tó bá jí ọmọ tí ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ni, tàbí tó bá jẹ́ bí irú àwọn recommendatory àwọn advisory parents yìí ni ó lè ní wọ́n ti ń ṣe kinní kan fún ọ àbí ó ti ń ṣe gbá ẹ ti rí pé ọmọ yẹn òun gan ò fẹ́ gbogbo yàmàyàmà tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún yẹn, torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe avoid ibẹ̀. But for a parent tí ó ti understand irú scenario yẹn, ó tètè mọ̀ bó ṣe máa fi wisdom handle ẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ tó ṣe pé empty brain ló ń gan náà gan ọmọ nǹkan kan ọmọ ni ó tó máa accuse. Mo wọ́n interview lady kan ní BBC ó ti ń lọ 3 years nísìn. Ó ní uncle mọ́mí òun tó ń bá wọn gbé nígbà tó ń wà ní 8 years old uncle mọ́mí òun yẹn molest òun. Ó ní mọ́mí òun dé òun náà tó ń nà bó ṣe ń nà ọmọ àbúrò wọn yẹn àbí nephew wọn ló pè ní bó ṣe ń nà òun náà lẹ́nìyàn ó lóun á wò pé kí ló ń ṣe ọmọ ọdún 8 péré. Ìgbà tó tún yá wọ́n tún ní kóun tún lọ ọ̀nà wá dábọ̀dá yẹn padà sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn òbí títí ẹ̀. Ìgbò wá yá wá ní kóun tún lọ lọ́lúdé ń bẹ̀ lókàdá irú àwọn òbí wo nìyẹn. Ọ̀nà tún wá ní kóun tún lọ lọ́lúdé ń bẹ̀ molestation yẹn tún wá continue. Ó ní mọ́mí òun tún wá wọ́n nígbà tó di pọ́ùn sáàdàgbà tí kìíní yẹn sáà tó sáà ti di mọ́ líkì mọ́ lára wọ́n wá mọ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ pásítọ̀ kan náà ní ọmọ ní kídì ìhun gbaná jẹ ìdí ìhun gbaná jẹ ìdí ìhun ṣe kìíní kan ó láwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn náà in quote pásítọ̀ yẹn àwọn náà wọ́n tó molest òun náà. Ẹ dákun ọmọ tó wà molested ṣé kẹ́kẹ́ mú lọ bí tí wọ́n ti máa fèdè fọ́lé lórí sọ ní solution. Nígbà tí irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọmọ tẹ́ tó wá mú ọmọ yẹn ní kó tẹ́ ní kó lọ tó lọ́lúdé nínú ilé tó ṣerú nǹkan bá ń sọ ọmọ. Some parents are just so negligent, they are lackadaisical, they don't have time, they don't care. All these things are things that we need to take note of. This is not for ọmọ tẹ́yàn finú ara èèyàn bí nìkan o. Any child in your custody must be taken care of. Gbogbo wa lájọ government ní duty of seeing that children are in a safe hand. They are in a safe hands. Kì í ṣe wípé ẹ̀kan tí ti taari ọmọ rẹ̀ wájú ẹ wá fíù pé àìfẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan náà ni. Ẹ mọ̀ bóyá gbé adìẹ lọ mọ́rẹ̀ nǹkan bó bá tiẹ̀ kó gbé adìẹ tí wọn ò molest ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé ìyún tiẹ̀ wà manageable. Please ojú òní tí ẹ dákun ṣé ẹ rí àwọn all this set of parents ta list ibi tó yẹ kí gbogbo wa wà yẹn oní number 1 yẹn which is the involved or the detailed parents or we call them the intricate. They are very complex. Kò sí nǹkan fẹ́ sọ ó mọ yago tó ọmọ rẹ̀ máa jí ó mọ yago tó ń sùn ó mọ iye òkèlè oúnjẹ tí ọmọ ń jẹ. Tá bá ní àròmọ̀lá o ẹjẹ́ akọ o bóyá fẹ́ kọ́ ni bóyá fẹ́ pọ́n ni ó mọ size òkèlè oúnjẹ tó ọmọ ń jẹ. As much as tọ́mọ ẹ̀ bá ti ń dàgbà ó mọ bí òkèlè oúnjẹ yẹn ṣe ń pọ̀ sí gradually. All this kind of parents, they are parents that even if their child is menstruating they will know. Tí period ọmọ bá ti dé tí ò fẹ́ sọ fún wọn wọ́n mọ̀ fúnra wọn wọ́n mọ̀ gbà tó menstruate last month wọ́n mọ̀ tọdún yìí. PTA meeting àwọn náà máa kọ́ jókòó wájú wọ́n yàtọ̀ sáwọn àwọn number 2 yẹn those ones don't even have time for PTA meeting. Ṣé ẹ ráwọn number 3 àwọn recommendatory and advisory yẹn tí mo ní they are uninformed, they are children that has given birth to children àwọn yà lọ PTA meeting but they are going there to go and you know to go and say that all what the school is doing is bad. They are going there to go and discredit the school authority. They don't know anything but they want to pretend as if they know. So wọ́n fẹ́ bluffing yẹn wọ́n á máa gbẹ̀wájú wọ́n á máa gbẹ̀yìn wọ́n ní jókòó kí wọ́n learn kí wọ́n mọ ibo nìrìn àjò academic level ọmọ wọn dé. Those ones are advisory and recommendatory parents. They will be recommending things that they themselves they cannot do. But the involved ones, that is the place tó yẹ kí everybody wà. You have to be completely involved in your child. Either you are a father or you are a mother. Anybody tó bá ti bímọ tàbí tó mọ bá ń bẹ lákàtẹ̀ parents ni sà. You must be involved. Ẹlòmíì ní ìsìn rẹ̀ bá bí léèrè pé kíláàsì wo lọmọ wà yóò lóhun ọmọ. Nígbà tí sọ ní san school fees ọmọ. Recently lèèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnìkan fún mi bá ní ó fún mi ní nọ́mbẹ̀. Mo bá pe máa yẹn pé báyìí ohun kankan bí tá a sá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ló ń bá béèrè pé kíláàsì wo ló wà ó lóhun ọmọ. Ẹ̀rọ kíláàsì tó ọmọ yín wà ọmọ tó ti fẹ́ ṣe wà ẹ́ẹ̀kì. JS1 JS2 JS3 SS1 SS2 SS3 ẹ wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn kíláàsì tó wà ní bóyá SS1 gbà tí èso ní bá sanwó ní ọ̀bà sanwó ẹ̀sáàmù tí èso ní bá san school fees ẹ dákun ṣé pẹ́rẹ́ǹtì tí san school fees tó ti mọ iye owó tó san ní tó ti mọ ọdún tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sanwó tí ò ní mọ̀ gbà tó ọmọ jáde. Some parents are like that. They are not involved in the life of their children. But you see these involved parents, they are super. Gbogbo nǹkan ọmọ tíṣà kan ò lè purọ́ mọ́ pọ́mọ ṣe báyìí, gbogbo èèyàn ni wọ́n mọ̀. They are fully and completely involved in the life of their children. And that is the kind of parents that we are saying we should be. At every stage of the ọmọ, wọ́n ti mọ ẹ̀kọ́ tó wà age appropriate fọ́mọ. Wọ́n ti mọ iṣẹ́ tó wà age appropriate fọ́mọ. And they will do it accordingly. They might not be that learned, but ìwọ̀nba education tán ní. Ṣé tẹ̀ tó ní tàwọn tó tún wà learned, tó tún wà mọ iye ọmọ. In fact, super ni wọ́n. They are super parents. So please, if you are in that number 2, which is the uninvolved or the undetailed, or we call them unresponsible, or you are number 3, which is the advisory or recommendatory parents, or the bordering one, try and promote yourself to the level of the intricate and the involved parents. You have to be involved. Maybe you have a child somewhere, pick up your phone and call. Ọmọ tó fi inú ẹbí ni o, ńlá tó ní ọ̀sẹ̀ mọ́ béèrè yó. Whether you are a father or you are a mother, o ti mọ̀ pé o ti fi inú ẹbí mọ́, o ti fokó ẹbí mọ́. Make sure you are involved in the life of that child. Bàbá mi ìbá rọ ọmọ ìyá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá pè, kódà kò ní dáhùn. Ìṣẹ́yún pẹ́rẹ́ǹtì. Àbí ń ta àwọn tá a gbọ́dọ̀ dákọ̀. So, conclusively, let your child knows that you love her. Jẹ́ kí ọmọ rẹ mọ̀ pé o nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀. Jẹ́ kí ọmọ rẹ mọ̀ pé o fẹ́ràn rẹ̀. Even lábẹ́ ìbáwí tí ọmọ bá ṣẹ̀ téèyàn bọ́mọ wí, èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ tún fìfẹ́ hàn sí ọmọ. Let your child know pé o nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, and let the child be able to testify to the fact that my dad loved me, my mom loved me. Nítorí wípé nígbà tí wọn ò bá rí ìfẹ́ nínú ilé, tó ṣe pé bí kan halẹ̀ mọ́ wọn, kan intimidate wọn, kan jágbe mọ́ wọn, kan ní wọn lára. Even if the child has done something is not well done, you encourage the child and you point out the places where the child has made mistakes. You don't discourage the child by saying, oh, kúkú mọ̀ ṣe náà dé lọ fẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan ṣe kan, kò sí tó mọ̀ ṣe. Please, ẹ má jà mọ́ magnify àwọn nǹkan tí ọ̀dà fọ́mọ. Àfi kó rojọ́, àfi kó jẹun, àfi kó pariwo, àfi kó ẹ máa wá sọ negative thing tí ọmọ ń ṣe tínú yín ò dùn sí. Ẹ máa wá sọ bí ìgbà tá bá ń praise àwọn nǹkan yẹn ni. Bí ìyá bá magnify devil ni. Àná Ọlọ́run la máa magnify the positive things tá fẹ́ kí ọmọ ṣe, ó lámọ̀ tẹnu mọ́ fọ́mọ, lámọ̀ reiterate, àmọ̀ repeat ẹ̀ fọ́mọ, and will create a conducive environment for the child to be able to perform those tasks. Even Bible says that parents do not make your children angry, but teach them, admonish them in the ways of the Lord. Bí ẹ̀yin bàbá, ẹ má ṣe mú àwọn ọmọ bínú, ẹ má ṣe mú àwọn ọmọ yín bínú, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa tọ́ wọn ní ìlànà àti òfin Ọlọ́run. Nígbà tí èèyàn bá admonish ọmọ, as good as you are encouraging the ọmọ, and tẹ́ bá lè encourage èèyàn, the level of encouragement is different from being harsh. Because NBC Cheney, gbà níyànjú, ọ̀rọ̀ encourage. A child just wrote an exam, he doesn't make all his paper, or he has done something wrong. That is not the end of the child. Honestly. Irú Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi o, irú ọmọ tí wọ́n ní ọ̀sẹ̀ sáàmù pé kò ṣe dáadáa nú ẹ̀sáàmù tó lè ṣe rẹ̀ léṣe nísìn. Àmọ́ irú ìrònú tọ́mọ yẹn ti rò, àmọ́ tó ti rò bóyá ti wò pé ṣé bí wọ́n ti ní òun lára yìí tó ń rò pé ọdún yìí ló máa escape tó ń tún lá admission àti nǹkan báyìí, bóyá ń tọ́mọ òun rò pọ̀ náà nìkan ló yé. Kò sí pẹ́rẹ́ǹtì tí ó fẹ́ máa rọ́mọ pé ọmọ ṣẹ̀ṣàmù kò páàsì. Nevertheless, children are meant to make mistakes just the same way adults make mistakes. Then we encourage the child to do more, to do better. We show love. Àwọn boyfriend tí wọ́n gbé kiri ọmọ kéékèèké tẹ́ rí tán tẹ̀ lọ́kùnrin, cuddling àti ìfẹ́ tán rí nílé, tán feel pé ẹnìkan fi àwọn yẹn náà ti rò pé àwọn ti dé paradise. Ọmọ tẹ́ fún 1,000, tẹ́nìkan wá ṣèṣì fún 10,000 ta. Ṣé rí wípé nítò yóò rò pé òun ti dé paradise ni. Ó lè má jẹ́ monetary, kì í ṣe gbogbo òbí ló lówó, but ọmọ ó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé even though there is no much lọ́wọ́ àwọn òbí òun nífẹ̀ẹ́ òun. Ìfẹ́ is what the ọmọ needs. Mo kàn fi monitoring yẹn ṣàpẹẹrẹ ni. Ọmọ tí ò bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, in fact òbí mi ọmọ ò lè jókòó 5 minutes sí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Bí ìgbà wípé ọmọ yẹn ó kò gbẹ sára ni, dídé lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi èwo làárí fín. Kí ló wà níbẹ̀? Your child sits with you, want to have a comfort with you. Please create an enabling environment for your child to be able to discuss with you. Àwọn ọmọ kan wà, there is nothing they can't discuss with their parents. Kò tí ì sí. The girl should prepare that boys will start coming at a point in their life. Don't be a difficult parent. Ó yẹ kí àwọn ọmọbìnrin mọ̀ pé tó bá ti ń tó àkókò kan nínú life àwọn ọkùnrin ó mọ wá wù wọn. At that point in time, by the time you're already open to the child will be able to discuss anything with you. But as much as the boys are coming to woo her, she doesn't have a place to run to come and tell you what is happening around her life. She'll be taking decision by herself. And as a result of that, the child might now be misled to go and take things or do things that is immoral. I pray that God will help us in Jesus' name. Our children will not fall victim. Agbára Ọlọ́run, God Almighty will be with us, will be with our children, and He will continue to be our guardian angel by His grace. Ẹ ṣeun gan. There is no end to this teaching. It's a continuous thing that will continue to reiterate every time, every day. One, if you love your children, you won't allow separation to take place. Okay? Wọ́n ní púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ òbí, díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba. Some men abandon their children with their parents or wife and follow other women. Of course. Bàbá Ọlọ́run jù wọ́n àfófú àbí kí lorúkọ ẹ̀. Of course. That's why we say that àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin both are parents. Parents òun ni kò sí single father, single mother. We have a single parents. Tí o bá dẹ̀ ti sí co-parenting, tí father ò play role kí ìyá náà play role, tó ṣe pé ìyá nìkan ló ń play both role of father and mother, kò lè dàbí Ọlọ́run tó ní ká máa bímọ kí ìyá wà kí bàbá wà, ọmọ tí ń ṣe. Because ó ti mọ̀ pé the role tí àwọn méjèèjì máa play is very, very vital. It is well with us. So nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé normal Friday chat wa ó máa ń made up of gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá a bá sọ all through the week kó tó di pé Friday dé, and we really don't discuss much. A sọ̀rọ̀ nípa TikTok account wa, a ní wọ́n fún wa ní restriction bẹ́ẹ̀, but by this time next week, in fact ọ̀la, by this time tomorrow, wọ́n á ti lift 11 a.m. ni. Probably mo lè ní sùúrù dìgbà yẹn kí n tó ṣe Bible study so that màá lè gbé àwọn ará TikTok náà wọlé. Then a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọmọ kan tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá yìnbọn sí nìbàdàn. It's a very painful thing. Ó wà so sad and painful. Wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣèdánwò ni, àwọn ọlọ́pàá wá ìbọn yẹn wá penetrate kàn lọ bọ́ ọmọ yẹn níbi tó jókòó sí. It's very sad and painful. Kí Ọlọ́run kó tu àwọn òbí rẹ̀ nínú, kó dẹ̀ rọ̀ wọ́n lọ́kàn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, kí ni essence car registration tá ń ṣe? Kí lèèyàn ní plate number fún? Béèyàn bá drive the wrong way, ẹ screen record àbí ẹ ya photo plate number inú yàrá ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀tì lọ bá. Okay, wọ́n ní please try to bring this teaching quarterly. All right. Mr. Bayewo Bamidele promise. All right. Kí láǹfààní registration tá lọ ọ̀tọ̀ láṣẹ ti FIO, ọ̀tọ̀ láṣẹ ti plate number, ọ̀tọ̀ láṣẹ motor license. Kí láǹfààní gbogbo ọ̀kíní ẹni tí wọ́n bá ní ọyọ́ páàkì tí ó páàkì ẹ bá ti mú plate number inú ilé rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ̀ bá lálàáfíà yóò wà jẹ́jọ́ rẹ̀ fún ìjọba. Instead tẹ́ fi mọ́ fìbọn lé mọ́tò kẹ́rin tó adúrú ọmọ a vibrant child, a vibrant child is very painful. Mọ́kàn ń rò láti jẹta òun ni pé àbírú ayé wo là ń gbé báyìí. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kò sí tó mú, very healthy, uniform ń bẹ lọ́rùn rẹ̀. Wọ́n máa fẹ́ lọ ṣe sáàmù fẹ́ ṣe wàhẹ́kì ni. It's so sad. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, àwọn ọlọ́pàá I think they need reorientation, retraining. They need to retrain them. Most of all these policemen, they are frustrated set of people. Their salary is not enough for them. recently ìgbà téèyàn kan ní wọ́n kọ́ ọmọ òun lọ tó ṣàkó lọ police station tí mo ní lọ bẹ̀ kí n rèé wò tẹ́ bá rí ibi tán gbé láwọn barracks wọn yẹn bí 3 story báyìí ní ìmí window ẹ̀ mú wò pé ṣé ilé ìjọba tí wọ́n ní kàn èèyàn máa gbé náà rè somebody cannot be living in that type of place kẹ́ expect pé the person will think well and when people start doing protest pé kí ìjọba ó lè ṣe dáadáa this same police no mama tear gas àwọn protesters no mama shoot at the protesters and these protesters when the protest is successful the government do the needful ó máa kan ẹ̀yin náà salary yín ó pọ̀ sí they will build a very good barracks for you guys to live you understand ẹni tó mọ̀ pé tó o bá rìtáyà òun lówó kankan nípamọ́ kí lé tí ò ní fabricate story láti implicate ẹni tí ò ṣẹ̀ láti gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn ẹnìkan ló ná ní kó òun ṣí bùtù òun láti iwájú ọlọ́run ló yọ ohun tó òun ò ṣí òun wá sọ̀kalẹ̀ ó ní ọlọ́pàá yẹn ó ló ti páàkì igbó fídíò yẹn ń bẹ lórí péjì mi ó ló ti páàkì igbó tó fẹ́ jù sínú bùtù òun pé tó bá yẹ pé òun ṣí bùtù yẹn láti iwájú ni kò bá ti kó gbó yẹn sí kò bá purọ́pọ̀ lò ní igbó kò bá arrest òun. So all these atrocities làwọn police ń ṣe all because pé wọ́n ṣàfẹ́ wọ́n wówó dandan because owó wọn ò tó wọ́n jẹun ewé àtàwọn ò tátà dì wọ́n wà okay financially. So if the government will help us to do things we understand that díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ òbí just like people say but àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó yẹ kí wọ́n bá wa reorientate àwọn police. You can't be shooting just anyhow. You can shoot sporadically in a place that is crowded. Mọ́tò ló easy àti mójú plate number ń bẹ ńbẹ̀. Ká tó déwájú àwọn road safety wọ́n ti tẹ plate number sórí online wọ́n ti wo gbogbo tó fẹ́ wò ńbẹ̀. Tí ò yí kí láǹfààní registration tá ń ṣe. Tẹ́ bá feel pé ẹ lè fi plate number get èèyàn. Then what's the essence of the registration we are doing? All the wàhálà ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ṣẹ̀ roadworthiness ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ṣẹ̀ chassis number ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ṣẹ̀ gbogbo tẹ́wọ̀n kó dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì kiri ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ikú ọmọ yìí dùn wá and we are sad ara àwọn ògo orílẹ̀-èdè please ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn police kan wà reorientated kan bóyá máa lọ retrain wọn ni bóyá wọ́n sì gbàbọ́n lọ́wọ́ wọn ni because I don't know. They are just causing atrocities. Ní ìsìn báyìí, àwọn èèyàn gan tó wá ń sá fún police gan ju bọ́n ṣe ń sá fún criminal lọ. I'm telling you. Ọjọ́ gbé fóònù mi lọ bí, kọ́ mọ̀ sí pé ẹni tó jí gbé lọ, yọ́lọ̀ mọ́ chat èèyàn, yọ́mọ wá mọ́ dúpù wọn, yọ́lọ̀ mọ́ fi jẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹlòmíì bá ti jí fóònù, yọ́lọ̀ mọ́ bẹ́ èèyàn chat ẹni náà mọ́ send owó. N lọ jẹ́ kí n lọ rèé ṣe awareness tí mo create. Torí mo ti rẹ́ni ẹ̀mú fóònù ẹ̀ lọ bá ń tò track ẹ̀ nígbà tí ń rí ẹni tó jí fóònù gbé wọ́n tó ń hide ẹ̀ ni they were hiding the person who stole the phone ẹni ẹlẹ́ni sì ti fowó ṣe tracking. So what is all of this when we cannot even trust police? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run kó rọ àwọn òbí ọmọ yẹn nínú kó tù wọ́n nínú bàbá rẹ̀ kọ́lọ́run kó tù bàbá yẹn nínú a gbọ́ pé bàbá nìkan ní dá tọ́jú ọmọ ó fàdí yes wọ́n nítorí ọmọ nǹkan ni òjò rí màrí pé kó mọ̀ ẹ̀pọ̀ pé obìnrin tó bá fẹ́ yọ̀mọ̀ wá tó mọ̀ fìyà jẹ ọmọ pé kó wọ́n mójútó wọn it's very sad and painful it is well. Then lára àwọn nǹkan tá a sọ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí ẹni pé wọ́n ní ẹ̀rẹ̀ ibi iṣẹ́ ọkọ wọn wọ́n ní ẹ̀rẹ̀ embarrass ẹnìkan bẹ̀ wọ́n accuse ẹ̀ pé wọ́n fọ́kùn ó ṣe gbóǹsàwò ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run gbogbo orú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ò ní ìdí kò ní ìdí láǹjà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ téèyàn máa accuse gan they don't have anything to do with your husband oníkálukú ní gbájúmọ́ bí ìgbésí ayé rẹ̀ ó ṣe dáa ní ìsìn abẹ́lẹ̀ ìtàsẹ́ wípé kéèyàn kọ́ á ní pé ẹnìkan ẹ̀rọ tó ṣe pé ní iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ kí wọ́n travel kí wọ́n lọ rèé kí wọ́n lọ location kí wọ́n ya fíìmù kí wọ́n ya ṣẹ́ ni wọ́n ń ṣe iṣẹ́ tí òṣìṣẹ́ dá ṣe you will have business associates that you guys are working together nígbà bá wá accuse gbogbo èèyàn before you know it you might end up losing that man then a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa tí wọ́n máa ń fọra tí wọ́n máa ń fọ̀dí táǹbà tí wọ́n máa fi mọ gbogbo nǹkan ìdọ̀tí wọn tí wọ́n máa fi dáná wọ́n máa ní àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ jẹ́ ọkùnrin ọlọ́rẹ̀ wò ta gbogbo yẹn infection ìjẹkújẹ lẹ́kàn kó fáwọn ọkùnrin lẹ̀ kó sáwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni nínú you cannot fight nature ọkùnrin tí ó bá ti wà discipline tí ó bọ̀ ní again bí ṣe ló sì ṣe wípé ó wà discipline tó ṣe pé frustration ìgbésí ayé tó fún ní òjò rójútù ìgbésí ayé gbogbo ẹ̀yìn à ń fọgbá dáná à ń fàwọ́ dáná nǹkan ràn gbogbo tí ọmọ tójú bọlé babaláwo wọ́kọ̀ wọn mọ̀ bá wò táwọn babaláwo we end up sleeping with them ni all these things ò ràn kankan. Nature is above virtue. When you do the needful of your own part, lẹ́yìn àkọ́bá tí ẹni tó ń fẹ́ ṣe nu ọmọ àpáwọn ipa tí ẹ pò ṣe wọ́n tó lè ṣe àwùlẹ̀ sáré mọ́tò kakọlù kẹ̀kẹ́ bó ti jẹ́nu. Dẹ́ ara nǹkan tá a tún sọ lọ́sẹ̀ ni ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọge onípọ̀nmọ́ tó lóun ti padà sọ́dọ̀ ọkọ òun. Ìgbà tọ́rọ̀ ọmọ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní January ó dà pé January náà ni January ni òkò náà lájó tá a gbọ́ tí ó ní olùkọ́lé 70% lówó tó nínú ilé ọkọ òun ló ní 30% ọkọ òun sì ti fẹ́ yàwó ti léun bọ́ta ó fìgbà kan rà gídígbò. Mo rántí pé Ìyálájé ṣe ṣóò fún gbà yẹn tẹ́mi gan kọ̀ sórí ṣóò Ìyálájé táànú rẹ tí ẹ ń ṣe wá pé à ń tọkùnrin náà ṣe ọ̀dá o ìgbà kan kòkò bàbá àsáàsó àfi mo ṣe rí fídíò ẹ̀ ní látẹ̀lú ṣe fídíò tó bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan àmọ́ ìjẹta lè mì tó rí lọ́ba ní àwa o òun ti padà sọ́dọ̀ ọkọ òun o bí ṣe ń pè ní bí ṣe ń súìtì òun o ní ń pè ní àwọn kan o gbogbo ọ̀tán gbìjà òun gbà yẹn òun ò rán wọn ṣẹ́ o òun àsìdè péńdẹ̀mù náà o òun súìtì òun o òun ti padà wá o torí tán bá wọn gbọ́kọ òun òun sì ti gbọ́kọ òun padà wọ́n gbà ní òun sì ti gbà padà àti pé tóun bá lọ ọ̀tá náà òun ò fẹ́ lọ gbọ́kọ ọlọ́kọ so díàfọ̀ òun ti padà sí inú ilé ọkọ òun o ẹ mọ́ lọ sóde àfọ̀ papọ̀ o tautology ni o so ya báyìí ní ìsìn tó sáàwì náà Ọlọ́run sì ṣe èmi báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ sex àmúra mọ́ sọ sí tọ́kàn mi kọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ àti ìyàwó so gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ gbìjà rẹ̀ gbà náà níjọ́ ràgídígbò tó jókòó lẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀pẹ̀ tí ń ṣe pé ràgìdì ó ti gbàgbé gbogbo ìgbà náà fídíò rẹ̀ ń bẹ lórí péèjì mi Olóhùn ti padà sọ́dọ̀ ọlá BTC tó lóhùn fẹ́ so ìdí àlọ́ mi rè gbangba lákàwọ àbọ̀ mi rè o ẹ ṣeun mo dúpẹ́ o ẹ dákun gbogbo àwa tí a darapọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo wa pátápátá mo kí o iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́mọdé alternative therapy ẹ má jẹ́ àgbàgbé ojú ni wọ́n ìsáìmọ̀ fòlókò ẹ dákun gbogbo àwa tá a nílò àgbo fún ìtọ́jú ara wa ẹlòmíì wà báyìí tó ṣe wípé ó ní fibroid tó ṣe pé ní òjò oyún ní ọkùnrin mi wà tó ṣe wípé ní gbogbo sìgá mímu gbogbo ọtí mímu lọ́ba yìí okó ọkùnrin mi jẹ́ ẹlòmíì infection ni ẹlòmíì ìsìré ìrònú fatigue tiredness àìsinmi ńlọ́fà ẹjọ́ ẹjẹ́ àkànṣe iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́mọdé alternative therapy bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti lọ́ọ̀jì complain yín bẹ́ẹ̀ bá nílò àgbo gan wọ́n sọ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì nílò herbal mixture ó mọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe kó wọn recommend tí wọ́n recommend wọn bí ẹ bá wà lẹ́ẹ̀dọ̀kọ̀ sí òun òwe bí ilé ẹ̀sìn kò sí wàhálà kankan látọdún tá a ti ń polówó ọjà Ọ̀yọ́mọdé ìrọ̀rùn lọ bá dé àní ṣòro rí gbọ́ jẹ́ pé tọ́lọ́run fi iṣẹ́ rán tó tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe Ọlọ́run sì máa ràn lọ́ tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe òdú ní ẹ̀wọ̀n ìfáìsáìmọ̀ fòlóko lálẹ́ fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run Ìbàdàn ibẹ̀ ní áfíríkà lẹ̀sìn fún gbogbo àwọn olóríire tí a bá fẹ́ pè wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni 080 68 22 0707 080 6822 0707 ibẹ̀ ni iléeṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́mọdé alternative therapy ibẹ̀ ni a máa já sí landless homes and properties ẹjọ́ gbogbo àwa tá a fẹ́ ralẹ̀ gbogbo àwa tá a ti DM mi fún landless homes and properties tá à ń béèrè orí ìbéèrè ìlànà wà tílẹ̀ Ìkòròdú fi tàn kó tó tún di wípé premium míì tí wọ́n já yìí yóò tún tán ẹjẹ́ ajá àǹfààní bẹ́ẹ̀ o iléeṣẹ́ landless homes and properties ibẹ̀ láti lè ralẹ̀ tó fọkàn balẹ̀ o ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run gbogbo àwa tá a wà ń lo òyìnbó àtàwa tá a wà ń Nàìjà gbogbo owó tá a kó pamọ́ sí báńkì yẹn owó ò ní appreciate o yọmọ depreciate sí ni ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run ẹ̀já kan sì lè ṣe landless homes and properties 090 66 98 98 77 a sì lè wá bẹ́ẹ̀mí náà lórí WhatsApp mi fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé lórí iléeṣẹ́ landless homes and properties digital boss academy gbogbo àwa tá a mọ́ wá bá mi pé mo fẹ́ ṣe content creation ẹ wá kọ́ mi content creation ilé ìwé ìtàn ti lè kọ́ àná digital boss academy is an online school tó ṣe wípé tá a bá lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ wa ní video editing, content creation, affiliate marketing, gbogbo bá ṣe lè lo online láti polówó ọjà wa, láti tajà wa, kájọ lè bùgbàjẹ́. Gbogbo àná la mọ̀ pé social media era la wà yìí, whereby you can sell your products within the confinement of your house and you will make your money. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀, to generate different streams of income nowadays is very very important because gbogbo nǹkan ló ti di olórí ayélujára dé, oníkálùkù ló wọ́n dà fún nǹkan online ní ìsìn, ayé ò ṣe wàhálà pákáleke mọ́. If you have integrity, you can buy your things within the comfort of your house and it will be waybill to you. +447 3972 43242 +447 3972 43242 Digital Boss Academy lájà sí Lila Caps Nigeria Limited. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé gbogbo àwọn tá ti contact wọn pátápátá, gbogbo wa pátápátá ni mo rí feedback wa, and we are saying thank you for your patronage and still patronize us again. 08159405621 08159405621 iléeṣẹ́ Lila Caps Nigeria Limited lájà sí. Mo dẹ̀ ti máa ń sọ fún wa, mo ní mò ń taṣọ, mò ń ta China cotton top, mo ní UK chiffon top náà. I have in bale, I have in dozen, I have in slot as well. I have jean trousers, I have children wears. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, àwa tá bá fẹ́ rà, tá fẹ́ tún tà, ẹ já wa bá mi ní WhatsApp. It's a very good business that you can triple your capital. Tí máa sọ pé double your capital yẹn gan understatement ni. Ẹ lè triple capital yín nípa thrift business yìí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ já kàn sí mi. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní diaspora, tẹ́ mọ́ send urgent 2K sáwọn ará Nàìjíríà, ẹ má wulẹ̀ send urgent 2K sí wọn. Ẹ encourage wọn kí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ business. Tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ business tí wọ́n níṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe, ẹ̀yin gan ẹ sinmi. Ṣé gbogbo ìgbà lẹ́ mọ̀ fún wọn lówó? You can start with as low as 50,000, even 30,000. Even tí ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ gan, you can buy 1 dozen. That is the least I'm selling. Torí owó tẹ́ fi wé bíìlì ẹyọ méjì náà lẹ́ wé bíìlì 100 pieces. So you can buy 1 dozen, 2 dozens, 50 pieces or 100 pieces. Tó bá yìí ṣe pé odidi bẹ́ẹ̀lì lẹ́fẹ́, tó bá yìí ṣe half bẹ́ẹ̀lì, trust me. So sí wàhálà, you can come to my WhatsApp. Number mi 081 36 22 84 47. Ẹ ṣé gan, mo dúpẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ mọ́ retire. Títí ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ tá tó pàdé lórí ètò Friday chat wa yìí. Mi ní mọ̀ wá, ẹ̀yin náà ní mọ̀ bá gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi jákèjádò àgbáyé, àjíǹde arẹ ọmọ jẹ́. Àmì fàìsàn ló gbà. Ẹ ṣé gan, ẹ kú ìfẹ́ mi, Ọlọ́run bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín. Thank you so much. Ọ̀la a máa pàdé láàárọ̀ fún Bible study by God's grace. Then ọ̀túnla a máa pàdé lórí Yorùbá class wa. Eégún aláré là ń kà lọ, ìwé ń sì dùn, ó lóyin ọlárinrin. Ẹ ṣé gan, mo dúpẹ́ o. God bless you. Àwa tá wà lórí JMK2, God bless you. Mo ti pin link for support o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ráyè wá sí TikTok láti wá tẹ gift fún mi, ẹ lè tẹ gift yín directly to that link. God bless you. Ẹ̀yin ará YouTube, in fact, I love you. Ṣé mo rí kíní ìṣe? Àbí báyìí náà ṣe máa ń ṣe? Ó ní wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe tó máa fọ́ọ̀mù love shape. Ṣé mo get it right? God bless you. Bye bye. I love you.